mean, I didn't say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans, it is another Wednesday night here live from the On the Money Sports Lounge, the site of the 2026 On the Money Sports 2 QB draft going down on September the 5th on a Saturday. First time in a long time On the Money Sports draft is going to be on a Saturday night main event.
I think it's the first time since I've been in the league.
Whoo! It's going down. We are in draft season. We've been talking dynasty. We gave you QB tiers last week, and this week the Jersey Triad is back to give you running back tiers on this beautiful podcast night, fellas.
Yes, we are.
How are we doing?
Very good, man.
I'm doing great.
Feel great, man.
I hope you are. I hope you're well rested.
Well rested, not so much.
Not enough.
Feeling great. That I do say.
Good.
Had an amazing time last night.
I hope so.
Had an amazing time. Went to the J. Cole concert. J. Cole put on an effing show.
I had to keep hearing. Where's Mike? Where's Mike?
Oh, they missed you.
Yeah. Hey, man. You know, sometimes you got to take one for the team, and that's what this was, man. But again, J. Cole put on an effing show for Philly last night. It was amazing. It was probably the best concert experience I've ever had in my life. But yeah,
I've been to a couple.
Yeah, this was my fourth or fifth one, but definitely
I went to a
favorite.
Dirks Bentley concert because I got free tickets. It was
Nice.
a country singer.
Nice. Yeah.
They had a couple. It was live up in there, bro. These people were partying. And then I had a culture shock when I went to the R. Kelly concert that I got tickets from work when I was working at BB&T.
Yeah,
because they used to raffle off tickets once in a while if they had extras like the comps left over.
Right. How was that though? How was that concert?
It was peculiar.
Makes sense.
It kind of makes sense why he's where he is now. That's all I'll leave at that. I seen things I shouldn't have seen, especially in public on a stage.
Nah, the R. Kelly concert, whatever you've seen, probably sounds about right, honestly.
Sounds like the standard for what's going on there.
I watched and I was like looking around and I looked at my wife and I'm like, wow, that's what he lets women do to him on stage. But those are only two musical concerts I've been to. Everything else has been pro wrestling and football and baseball.
Okay.
And I did watch Arturo Gotti box before.
Oh, wow.
In Atlantic City.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
Arturo Gotti and AC, that's pretty sweet. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I saw that. And I have seen a UFC fight before the UFC went globally, phenomenally crazy.
Right.
I seen them in AC when Andrei Arlovski had his first world title defense as a heavyweight champion.
That was when they had like no weight classes.
Anybody? Well, no, there was, but
okay.
I can tell you the arena.
Like 93, 94?
I can tell you for a fact that arena was not packed because we were sliding down
back when Ken Shamrock was running rough shot of those guys.
He was there at that time.
This was like 05.
Okay.
This is right before the big boom.
I got you.
This is about 2 years before the big boom.
Right.
Before, the whole Tito versus Shamrock thing.
Right.
Because that's a really blew up UFC. Tito versus that's what really blew it up. But I seen Arlovski defend this belt. I watched some dude, I forget what his name was, finish dude off with a Sagat Tiger knee, bro. Looked like he just ran, boom. I was like, did I just see a tiger knee in real life, like, end the fight?
Jeez.
Like, I heard the music in the background. I heard the after he beat him. That's how bad it was. It was brutal.
Chris, what's up, bro? Thank you for tuning in.
What up?
One was free because work had a friend that worked with.
Oh, that's pretty cool, though. At least you get to get in the building, see those people play, rock out.
Very, very cool.
As long as it's a cool show, man, for real.
I've always been wanting to go to see like freestyle concerts, but then I watch them
now at this point.
I go watch them now, like on like the YouTube clips. 80% of the time, they're not even singing their songs anymore. They're like, "Go ahead, Spring Love." Like, I'm like, nah, bro. I didn't pay this money to sing your song.
J. Cole did 30 songs in a row yesterday. No break in a row. I don't think those guys from the 80s can do shit like that.
Somebody covering the song. It's like, you're not even Stevie B.
Right.
Just some guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one song where the whole crowd kind of like
Bro,
sung it, and then he had
there's
that
a-
bar for bar moment in the concert. But besides that, he went everything.
Speaking
Chris,
of a freestyle concert, look up the clip of Noel singing Silent Morning not too long ago, and he's doing that whole dance scene that he did in the music video back in 88, 89. And then I was like,
Hey, man.
bro, you're like 50-something years old. What are you
He's
doing?
with
You
his
know,
gas.
he's just trying to
He's
still trying to make a living, man.
He's food.
I bet you he sells out more shows than some of these newer cats nowadays.
Yeah.
Nah, Frankie Cutlass got a concert going to Atlantic City soon. I'm thinking about going.
So I'm not going to a concert, but I am going to be in Atlantic City on Friday with the missus, and we're going to be going to see Matt Rife live.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna-
You know,
I like some of these.
I know a couple people going.
Yeah. So we'll be out there.
George from work, his girlfriend's going and wanted him to go, and he's like, I don't want to go.
Can't remember which
You know what Saturday night
casino it's
is?
gonna be.
Poker night.
Let's go.
Well, that's Friday. Saturday, I'll still be here for poker night. But
Well, he's there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think.
So they're going on the Saturday night show.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. We're going night one, so we'll probably get the best of the best, most likely. Be out there. It's been a while since I've been out there. It'll be a good time, some good food, hanging out at the casinos.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I just got laid off by ESPN.
Man,
Bro,
yeah, what's
we're gonna
up,
talk
man?
about
There's a
mass
lot of
layoffs.
people that got laid off, and it's unfortunate. Carl Ravage is just a personal one for me because I've watched Carl Ravage.
Pretty
I'm
much
43.
my life,
He's been with ESPN since 93.
yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah,
Like, I've watched this
he was
guy
the most
since I was
shocking
13,
one.
14 years old. Like, baseball tonight.
Pelissero, I was pretty shocked. at
Pelissero
that one,
getting
too.
cut,
I didn't
too.
see
Oh wait,
that
I didn't know
coming.
Pelissero got
Yeah,
cut.
I
Pelissero
was
got
like,
released. Remember, they
oh,
absorbed
this
NFL
guy-
Network.
Shit.
This guy
Okay.
like talks a lot to me.
Nah, yeah, he
Like,
does.
He breaks shit down.
I didn't know
for
about
me.
the Pelissero one. That's actually a shocker too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's,
Damn. So Carl and Tom.
they really cleaned house.
I
bro.
hope Carl goes to NBC
I've been
because,
good for
they
him.
got the baseball contract now for,
Right.
like, a couple games. Like, dude, that's the perfect guy that, like, you can install. Or
Does-
They won't have baseball
I know
next year. But
Prime's got baseball, too. Like, they
Right.
can insert him, too, into it.
Does FS1 capitalize and try to make a run with some of these cats? Some familiar
Yes,
faces?
Charles Davis got released, too.
You
Bart
know?
Scott,
Like I know that
Ryan Clark.
I know FS1 isn't what it was
Ryan
at
Clark
its height
needs to
of
go.
undisputed, but if you
Yeah.
bring some of these Paliseros into the FS1,
Stefania Bell.
you can have yourself a whole new
Oh,
show
shit.
potentially.
I didn't know Stefania Bell got released.
Mhm.
She was fantasy. She was
Yeah.
doing a lot of the fantasy football
Well,
stuff.
Matthew
Fantasy
Well, Barry
Focus.
left a couple of years
Yeah,
ago went
yeah.
to NBC.
Fantasy
Bro.
Focus. I like him, but I get annoyed watching him because he don't know how to just stay on track with shit. Like he
Yeah,
tries
he
to tell
gets-
5 stories in one. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
like your ADHD is fucking you up
Yes.
right now.
I don't- I
I'm
don't watch-
losing.
I think he's great. He's
track
one of
of-
the originators,
Yeah.
but there's so many more guys out. Like, I'm a big guy, Brad Evans. Like, I love Brad Evans.
Nah,
He's
I don't even-
hilarious. He was a part of FS1 for a little bit, but now he's with Yahoo. Funny as hell.
I don't even know.
I mean, if I was FS1, I'd be trying to make a call. But you want to go come work for Fox
FS1
Sports?
needs to figure it out because if they want to
could-
continue to compete, like,
You got a
They
couple
gotta
shows.
find a lane. Yeah, they gotta find the lane.
You got a couple
They
shows
also,
just with these free agents.
they also ended Good Morning Football, ESPN.
No more Good Morning Football on NFL. What's NFL Network going to give all?
Well,
day
ESPN,
long
they're
during
going to
the week?
probably simulcast Get Up.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
That's-
a horrible.
I mean, you know
That's
what
what the
though?
people-
You know, you're getting a reaction out of me right now because I've known these names for a long time. But if I'm being honest, I don't even watch mainstream sports shows.
I
like that
watch
anymore.
Ravage with baseball because he also calls games too.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, like again, Ravage is another name that I've known for years, and if he's on the cast for the night, you know, I definitely enjoy it. It's not that I don't enjoy a Ravage or a Stefania Bell in their particular avenues, but I just don't watch
Cam Newton.
mainstream
That was quick.
I didn't
media
watch
like
his
that.
show.
Cam didn't even
Everything's
make a
fantasy
year.
podcast that I listen to, but Cam, which is weird. A lot of people were dumbfounded with the Cam move only because they just gave him an extension last year to be on ESPN. But listen, man, when you don't got it, you don't got it, man. And
I
I was like
wasn't.
him and Ryan Clark words.
ESPN lost me a long time
Ryan
ago.
Clark
To be honest,
got
with you.
released because he was the
Like,
center of a
once-
lot of controversy.
Yeah, bro.
Once,
He loved being
well,
too
first of all,
controversial.
Ryan Clark, some of his takes were dog shit.
Yeah. Not only were
Secondly-
dog shit, he always brought race into the conversation when it didn't even need to be
Secondly,
there.
ESPN lost me when Chris Berman stopped doing NFL prime time. So it's been years. It's been years where
Honestly, I could say like 2016, 2017 is when I really started to fall
I remember
off.
when Ryan Clark was talking about how Manning and Breeze and Brady weren't generational talents, that only Pat Mahomes was, and I'm like, so you're ignoring everything they did? Like, I don't describe to me, and like his definition of a generational talent made me laugh because I'm like, that's describing the other guys.
Right.
It's just like, you ever see when Pat McAfee kind of owned them?
Yes.
He was like, your
Yeah.
defense, right? He goes, have you ever thrown a ball? No. Have you ever caught a ball? Yes. Have you ever scored a touchdown? No. Have you ever tackled somebody? Yes. Have you ever punted? Have you ever kicked the ball? He goes, well, I check more of those boxes, Ryan, and that would make me more of a football player than you.
Chris,
I was like,
you're
this
right, but
guy.
ESPN has not been the same since Stuart Scott died of cancer. R.I.P. Stuart Scott. He was one of the
2014?
mainstays, one of the staples. They have no cornerstones, dare I say. They got no.
Could you imagine
it's
if
just
Stuart
Stephen
Scott
A.
was
Smith.
alive today and they cut him?
Oh my goodness. ESPN would catch so much shit for something like that.
Because
dude.
he's a somebody, you know. It's not like some of these people that they got. Not don't get me wrong, these are somebodies, but
That's like cutting Alex Van Pelt.
we're talking
Right,
about
right.
we're talking about a
Or
network.
Scott Van Pelt. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I know
Scott
who you
Van
meant,
Pelt.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about a network that lost their flair years and years and years ago. Like they haven't gotten their
They're
shit
not
back
good, bro.
since Skip and Shannon were still together. Like they never got anything. Like,
I'd much rather get my news from Twitter or X, that world, and podcasts and shit like that than listen to ESPN.
Remember Shannon jumping ship to ESPN?
Yes.
But it didn't amount to anything.
No, like, yo, he went to
Bigger
first
than bad,
take.
though.
He went to first take, and regardless of his outside legal situations, it just wasn't the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not cold
So,
pizza, bro.
I'll be real with you. Oh, cold pizza was amazing. Skip, Woody Page,
Yeah. Cold pizza.
But think about the roster they had when that show
Kit
was
Hoover.
on. Like
They had the dude that was on ESPN for a little bit. He was there. I forget the guy host's name.
bro, around the horn.
He looked like
Around the Horn was good.
the guy
They
looked like the
canceled
guy
that
from
show.
the host from Cold Pizza looked like the guy from the Night at the Roxbury, the gym freak.
I don't remember.
I just
his
can't
name.
remember his name. I remember.
What
Kit
about that
Hoover.
show with the guy and his dad from Miami?
Levitard and Stugotz. You know,
yeah.
Levitard and Stugotz split up.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard them talk about that on the radio. Yeah, I listened to the.
Well, they're
sports
bringing
radio
Golick
too.
and Golick back on the radio from 12 to 3 on
Him and his
97.3.
son. Yeah, the Golicks.
Yeah, it's going to be on before the Mike Gill show.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys listen to that.
I'm familiar with Mike Gill. and what
Mike
he
Gill's
does.
funny. He's great.
Right. I know they like him on the radio.
So he's a LeBron guy, so it's just I haven't been listening to him because that's all he's been talking about, how the Sixers need him.
It's disgusting.
Oh yeah, they're still on. We're still on LeBron watch.
Yes.
People. We're still on
He's
LeBron
mad
watch. He
at
hasn't made a
Adam
decision.
Silver for hurrying up, for making it public that, we're waiting on him.
And supposedly LeBron
Yes.
has been the couple of teams that I guess he's kind of have his eyes on. He wants to know if they can make moves for Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving, so he can make a decision. Based on
Bring the
that.
band back
Not at all.
together.
So apparently,
Let's
Philly,
just get
Jaylen
older.
Brown wasn't enough. He needs Anthony Davis
You don't need
and
him.
or Kyrie Irving to be a part of that
We
team.
don't need him.
He needs everything to be a certain
Yes,
type
it
of
needs
way.
to be.
It has to,
Especially if you want this man to take a $2.5 million contract.
And it was funny because
Everything
Ron
needs
was
to be his
posting.
way.
Ron was posting about how it's funny how the league's waiting on him, and did the league ever wait on Jordan? Nah, because Jordan didn't give a shit. He played whoever was there.
Yep, Jordan
He
wasn't
wouldn't
asking
do
for
that.
shit. Jordan didn't go to the front office and wait.
So
He wasn't
here's-
making the
that.
commissioner
So are
wait.
you saying that when LeBron finally hangs it up, like nobody's gonna watch the NBA anymore? Because that's how it kind of worded it.
I mean,
And I
it's
remember I
already getting
commented
to that
on
point now.
I commented on Ron's post and I went, "Remember that conversation me and Elon had years ago? How the players run the NBA, not not the other way around."
I mean,
It's been like
That's
that
the
for
only sport
decades.
where a basketball player runs the league.
Right.
They make the decisions.
It's disgusting, bro. It's truly disgusting. It's been like
They
that
don't
for
follow
over 20
structure.
years.
Like, they'll sign a mega deal one year, and the next year they went out. Then don't sign the contract. You don't have franchise tags. It's not like the NFL where you could get tagged. Just don't sign it.
Yeah.
You're still going to be eligible for the same contract when you hit free agency.
Well, not necessarily, because there is rules to that. That's why Luka was so mad about him getting traded, because he didn't get the same paycheck in LA that he would have gotten.
Then take a short-term deal and then sign that.
That whole debacle, Luka should still be a Maverick.
Did you catch the picture of LeBron in Philly from 8 years ago? Yeah, well, Drew fell for it.
Yeah, that was circling.
LeBron retires ESPN with nothing to focus on. The way they talk these days on ESPN, it's LeBron, the Cowboys, and LeBron,
they got nothing to focus on now.
Right.
Like they talk. The Cowboys were a discussion again today. I'm like, you know what was discussion? Who's going to be better this year, the Cowboys or the Steelers? Why are we even talking about that?
Every year, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what state those two organizations are in. They will get talked about on ESPN.
You got players supporting the training camp.
And then like an hour later,
players showing up for work.
Colin Cowherd is talking about Aaron Rodgers. Like, why are we even talking about them? There's no need to talk about a team that was one and done in the playoffs. There's no need to talk about a team that's been to the playoffs. Talk about the teams that are there. Let's talk about the interesting things. Let's talk about how the Panthers and who's the other team? The Cardinals going into training camp this week.
Yeah, that's actually more interesting.
How there's a Hall of Fame game next weekend.
Wow, really?
I believe so. It's next weekend, I think.
Oh, shit.
Or is it the 5th? August 5th. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
How about the Vikings with basically saying, like, this ain't Murray's job. J.J. McCarthy and Kyler Murray are going to be competing winner take all. So nothing's been given. They're literally going to run it with the two of them, and they're not. I'm going to explain this to you.
They got their eggs in both baskets, and both baskets might have a hole at the bottom of it, basically. You know how our dogs understand, like, two of the most simple commands in the world? You want to eat and you want to sit? Sit. You want to eat? Bro, this is Kyler Murray's job, no matter what. If Kyler Murray cannot beat out 9, bro, retire.
Yeah.
Retire.
I think anybody should be able to beat out 9 the way he played last year.
Mason Rudolph could beat out 9.
But Kyler always starts out hot, right? So
he
win the job.
Will Levis can beat out
He should
9.
be able to.
He could win the job, but he could also lose the job.
Who, Will Levis?
Murray. Levis don't have a job right now. His job is to get Gatorade for Cam Ward.
How are we feeling about Wemby being on the cover of NBA 2K?
I haven't seen that.
It's just the NBA.
He's the new face of the NBA, bro. We know that.
They're forcing it.
But why are you mad at that? You wanted a Nick on there?
Why wouldn't you put a Nick on there? You had 5 options to put.
But they never.
You had 5 different Nicks, and you chose.
Was last
you wanted OG and last year's
on the
cover of 2K?
Yeah. On the legacy one.
That's
not Derrick Rose, but OG.
Was last year's 2K winner a champion?
No.
Was the previous year?
I haven't played 2K since 21.
Guess what?
I don't know.
2K doesn't give a rat's ass.
Oh no, I know.
They're looking 2K.
Actually, you know what?
Last year's cover was who's the most marketable superstar.
Last year's cover was SGA. So yeah, actually yes.
Well, they were really good.
Oh, but
they were a lot better than y'all.
Well, oh man. Oh Jesus, they weren't the better team this year.
Well,
nobody was.
All right,
You see, this is who should have been on the fucking cover of 2K.
Then if they got hurt, we would start the NBA 2K cover curse.
But Wemby has a better shot being the face of the league. Brunson's not going to be the face. He could be the face of the Knicks.
That's how you got to look at it. It's a business, Mike.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop worrying about your feelings.
I don't give a fuck.
You know what? We haven't said this on this podcast in a long time. We have not said this on the podcast.
They don't give him cover 2K.
Stop playing feelings ball.
They don't make him the face because he's Canadian.
Football season's around the corner, so there's going to be a lot of feelings ball going on. And I'm looking at you too, because I know you start your crap.
Listen,
whenever the Steelers get
we lose, we lose.
Okay, yeah, we lose, we lose.
You hear this, right?
Yeah.
You hear him saying it now.
On Solo over
July.
We lose, we lose. What's the big deal?
If we lose, I win. If we win, I win.
How do you figure?
If we lose, I win.
That sounds like something in 6.
Oh, let me guess.
You know
you're a top 10 pick.
Right? And I get Lenore Sellers.
Never you say.
And I get Lenore Sellers.
For the last 3 years, it's been the best QB coming out of the draft will be a Steeler.
You expect to make the playoffs, get a top 10 pick,
Super Bowl top 10
win a
pick, Super Bowl
playoff
top 10
game,
pick.
potentially go to the Super Bowl, stay in the top
In
10.
the grand scheme of things, when you lose, he wins. When he
You know
wins, he wins. In the grand scheme of
And
things,
everything's just going to
Remember
work out.
I will
Everything
be
is just going to
satisfied
work
with the
out.
result at the end of the year.
You know what? I don't want to hear you screaming on Sundays, yelling at these damn TVs.
He will be.
Listen, Mike,
He
you're
will
the
be.
same guy that knew the Giants were in trouble, and you were still leaving us at 4 o'clock talking about, I'm going home.
Hey, man. At least you guys knew where I stood. You guys knew where I stood on
You
a
knew
weekly
the
basis.
outcome going into the game, and you still left us. We weren't even good enough for halftime of 4 o'clock game.
He expected the Giants to be amazing deep down. He didn't
Every
want
week.
to say it,
Every week.
but he was expecting that. And then they found amazing ways.
They know
to
it. The
lose
people
games.
know it. When I put my picks
The
out every
amazing
week,
Giants.
the Giants are
They-
there on my win sheet every week.
And they stole the headlines.
In my head,
they
they go
stole the
16-0
headlines
every year, guys.
We talked about the Giants every week.
They absolutely
Of
stole
course
the
you did.
headlines.
Why wouldn't you? It's New York.
We covered the Giants Civil War. We've
You mean
been
New
through all
Jersey?
that.
Last
Giants
I
Stadium.
checked, they play in Jersey.
Last I checked, it was called Giant Stadium.
We have been through the Giants Civil War that went down with you and Alex. It was legendary.
Yeah.
It's great.
Still
It's
not
still a
over.
pro. I think it's still the. Is it still the?
I think it's on sleep mode right now, but it will be activated in the
I don't
next
know. I
month.
don't know how me and him gonna react with each other this year
I
as
know.
far as like.
Oh, this is going to be.
But we work
great.
together now, so things
They
are a little
work
bit different.
together.
You can't yell at each other.
Mikey. You can't yell at.
That's what I'm
work.
saying. I can't yell at them every day.
You can't
So,
yell at work, dog.
Come
Camera.
Sunday, I might
Sundays,
I might get it. It's all might be out my system come Sunday, so I might not have to yell at them. I
So
don't
you're
know,
gonna have
bro.
to do your
I
yelling
don't
here.
know.
So everybody's just going to be calm, cool, and collected on Sundays, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm just
it's
chilling. My
like-
team's down 21. I'm not upset. I'm having a good
My
time
team won't be
still.
down 21. Watch out.
Fucking Knuckles is like this. I'm having a good time.
all white and shit.
Oh.
White knuckled and shit.
I thought the
This game needs nothing.
I thought the Survivor Series photo was still the.
Nah, you changed it to
It's Matt's.
Yo,
Matt's
Chris.
trade.
It's Matt's trade.
Jacoby.
All right.
All the
Matt,
Chris's
I'm gonna
on
get rid of
the
that.
Boy Witt to I don't know. Step it the fuck up. I don't need this day-to-day crap.
He's on the IL. Did you hear?
Yeah. No, I heard.
He's not day to day. He's
Well,
not.
he was day-to-day, then they made him healthy, and then he went back to day-to-day. Snip, snap, snip,
Yeah.
snap is what he did to me.
He will not be around for a
for a
little
while.
Yeah.
For a while.
What's a while?
Who knows? 10-day IL could be 60, bro.
I
You
know.
know how baseball is.
I cut Helmsley today once they said, "Oh,
It's
they're hoping
what
he'll
is
be
it?
back."
July 22nd. We might not see this guy till August 22nd.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Because you know the 15-day IL is not actually 15 days.
well, it's 10
Yeah.
days, but yeah, no, same
Could
difference.
be 50.
No, you're right.
Just
And we don't get baseball next year, so there's a good chance I don't see Bobby Witt playing again till 2028.
I don't know.
There's always that chance.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next summer,
Don't get me banned about them cocksuckers.
bro.
Yeah, dude.
They got
I mean,
in-house
you know, I'm
Royals
only angry
fan.
because I got him on my fantasy team, but yeah. You know, he was only my first pick of the draft.
All right, photos updated.
That hurts.
Was it Civil War? You brought it back?
It's the Survivor Series photo of Alex. It's Alexi, Kafka, Joe Shine, and Mara.
Kafka's not even there, though. You need a new
So
one.
I
You
know I
need a new
knew,
one.
but we're
You
gonna
gotta
stick
put
with
Matt
that.
Nagy in there.
Yeah.
You won't see. Yeah, put Nagy in there.
But you know what, though? Me and Alexia are on the same page. We don't really trust Nagy like that.
Nobody does. or
The only
should.
person we
Nobody
trust
should.
is and when it comes to pertaining the offense is Harbaugh. That's
Not
it.
one human, no matter what
Harbaugh
your
and
fan
Dart.
is, you're not. Nobody's excited
Kansas
about
City
Matt Nagy.
Chiefs fans are excited he's gone.
We watch Matt Nagy every
Well,
year.
I mean, I don't know why, because it was not like Nagy did anything in KC. In my
Yeah, everybody
personal
knows that.
perspective.
Andy
Yeah,
Reid,
Andy
calls
Reid
plays.
was running the show over there, so. And
He
John
can act
Harbaugh
like
is nowhere
he's
Andy
not.
Reid. You know what I'm saying? So
now Nagy might have more reign to call plays. We're gonna
What
see
are you
that
talking
looks
about?
like.
Aaron Judge? Is that what you're talking about?
nah, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Witt.
No.
Because I told him that Witt needed to step up.
We play better without him.
Well, if that's the case, maybe you guys should trade him. I don't know.
Bobby. Yeah. Could be a conversation. That's another thing.
I'll
too.
send you guys
Bobby
Opie.
Witt, bro.
He's healthy, and you play better without him, right?
Bobby
of
Witt may be
names.
getting traded.
A lot of names getting
Yeah,
floated
he's
out
definitely-
there.
His name's been out there.
Hunter
Yeah.
Goodman.
Bobby
Drake
Witt's name.
Schoolboy.
I don't think Wilson can. I don't think any Red Sox players are available anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
Have
still
they
waiting,
lost
right?
yet?
I don't know. I was
No,
about to
they
say, I
won
think it was-
today.
So they're 15 in a row.
They won. They're losing 4-1 right now, but they played a doubleheader. They won earlier because the weather.
So what? That's 15 in a row,
That's 15. Yeah, they're on a 15-game winning streak right
dude.
now.
Back. Talk about being back from the dead.
Yeah, Yeah.
Two teams.
Division just got a lot more.
Two teams we thought, everybody was clowning in September, the Phillies and the Red Sox, and they're right back in the thick of things.
Well, today the Phillies were getting clowned for how they were running the bases.
Oh, well, that was ridiculous. That's all JT Realmuto
deserves to be.
Yeah, that's JT Realmuto.
He stared and just started running.
Crawford did what Crawford did. He's a rookie. It happened. Rookie mistake. You're going to make mistakes. Simple as that. But you as the veteran player, what the hell are you doing moving up? Stay in second. You're still in scoring position. You got to remember, all you need is one run to tie the game.
Right.
Maybe he just wanted to go to the dugout.
Did you see the side-by-side? I got to show you. There's a side-by-side that NBC Sports Media did, and it's them going back and forth, and it's Kyle Schwarber like this.
Stott did it again today. Virtually the same thing Realmuto did yesterday. Stott did, except it didn't. There was nobody running home.
Why are they losing? I forgot to check the score.
They're losing 6-3 right now on the top of the 8th to the Dodgers.
Dodgers are not that good.
They're not, but when you make base running mistakes like that, a team like the Dodgers is going to take advantage.
They're going to capitalize.
They don't have to have a great day. They just need you to do stupid shit.
You're absolutely right.
When the Phillies lost last night, J. Cole, he was like, in between the song, he was like, I got 2 more songs. I know y'all want to get out of here before that Phillies game ends. We don't want to get caught up in traffic. And you hear somebody from like left field go, they lost already.
I'd be dying.
Oh,
yeah, I saw it this morning and it made me sick.
Dog days of summer.
I said, bro, you learned this shit in Little League. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't call it.
And then the interview afterwards, Realmuto pretty much goes, yeah, it was on me. You're damn right it's on you. You're the veteran, dude. I'm not going to yell at the rookie.
He absolutely is a bum. You're right about that. Stayed on third, very unlikely. Crawford gets out of that jam anyways. They just stopped thinking in that moment.
I think, like Chris, if you ask me, I think you're using Nagy as a scapegoat. But that's just me.
It's baseball 101.
Not that I don't disagree with you. Not that I don't disagree with you. But
yeah, we got Chris started. First, we talked about the Royals. Now you talked about Nagy's Chiefs offense.
Yeah.
Chris is fired up now.
Yeah, Nagy.
All we need now is Sherm to show up. And
they got Bieniemy.
Oh Jesus!
They got Eric Bieniemy back, so we'll see what happens there.
Bring back the old juices, huh?
I don't know. I mean,
it would work for New England when
I don't know.
This guy keeps going back every damn time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Andy Reid has the same thing.
There's less meeting and greeting having that you have to do, and more of like, let's run what we did type shit. I guess it makes it a little easier to digest the playbook.
I get it, man. It's just, you're talking about a Mahomes that was, 5 years younger.
Yeah.
You had Tariq Hill.
Players are getting older, guys.
I'm interested to see. I know we talked QBs last week, but I'm interested to see what
look at that.
Mahomes does with his legs this year. Like, does he still run like he did last year?
I think he's going to be a little curious about the decision he makes, as far as or not curious but cautious.
Because of how suspect their running game was last year, he had to go out and get a lot of rushing yards himself. He was their leading rusher for a while.
Bubba Chandler with the win today?
Bubba Chandler.
Oh wait, no, he didn't get the win. He got a quality start out of it. 5 Ks. And they beat you?
No, we beat them.
Go G, man. You already know, Eric.
Did we? I don't remember.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, with Pat Mahomes, the situation last year, this year, you've got Kenneth Walker there. So it's he's expected to get the bulk of the work. Yep. But we all know Kenneth Walker is susceptible to miss time.
Yes.
Himself. Yes. So,
and, unfortunately, I don't know if Kansas City did a good job at preparing for something like that neither, because they got the rookie, they got DeMarcado, but those guys, obviously the rookie's rookie, but DeMarcado hasn't proven anything.
Rashard
Smith, who, I don't know, man. I know his his pass blocking isn't the greatest. He didn't really prove that he can catch passes, but to be honest, he barely got any opportunity last year. I think he only had 20 touches out the backfield
That's
last
another
year.
thing. So it's like you're not even getting snaps. So it's
Right.
like we don't even know what you could do for the
Yeah.
offense because you're just Andy Reid is not playing.
Right, and that's 4 running
He's
backs.
not
Are
gonna
they
get
even going to
played.
carry 4 running backs into the season?
Yeah.
So, there's
Not
a
to
lot of
mention
questions.
wide receiver room.
Right.
We already know your wide receiver one got his shit going on. So do we trust Xavier Worthy now?
They don't really have a choice but to try and trust him at least.
You brought in 3 more
we as
rookies.
fantasy guys, we have all the right to just not trust him and, not have to worry about what he does. I don't want to say that, but I don't trust him.
We got to draft
I don't
next.
trust
We got to draft a month from now. Xavier Worthy is going to be sitting there in the 10th round. Knowing what we know about Rashee Rice, it's going to feel like you're going to look at him there and look at everything and say to yourself, "This is low risk. Like I'm going to do this."
It is low risk, but at the same time, you don't want him to be a wide receiver 3 neither. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to be wide receiver 5.
Week 1, before Sunday, it's Friday. You see a Q next to his name, and you're saying to yourself, like, "Your hamstring."
It's not
again,
even
bro.
September 15th.
You haven't even got on the field, bro. Like, to me, Worthy is a less valuable Zay Flowers, and that might rub people the wrong way.
What up, Eric?
But it's one of those things where it's just like you're
That's
a
another
certain
Giants
type.
fan.
Yes, sir.
You're a certain type of wide receiver, and you have a certain skill set, and you can only I could never see Xavier Worthy as the wide receiver 1.
Nah.
Even attached to a Pat Mahomes that's healthy.
You know, it's funny that I heard on a cast the other day how they were saying that year 2 for the wide receiver has historically always been where the wide receivers seem to take that next step up. But in the last 4 to 5 years, they actually haven't been either.
Where's this
the
at?
same. I forget which cast it was. It might have been Fantasy Pros, something like that.
For who?
For wide receivers coming into their second year. In the last 5 years, the numbers haven't been as nice looking as they have been in the past in comparison.
Well, I think it's bullshit, and I think Tet's going to be really good this year.
I don't know.
It's because you have them.
Yeah. There's a little bit of bias there.
You want to talk about feelings?
Honestly,
ball.
even Tet's numbers last year weren't that crazy impressive when we're looking at a statistical standpoint. So, to say that
I think he'll be better this year because they got more weapons around them to help him out more.
Just again going off the stats from last year,
especially if your boy finally plays football.
From the numbers
his
standpoint,
knees are finally good to play football.
Right.
The run game will help open up the passing offense.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But I do kind of agree with those guys, and anybody going into year 3 this year should probably be heavily looked at. And again, Xavier Worthy is one of those guys where, like Elon said, you're going to be looking at a guy like that in the 10th round and going, low risk. As long as he's wide receiver 4 or 5, you should.
He's going to be staring right at you.
Yeah, he is.
You mean the wide receiver that you're going to plug in because your guys are on bye? You're in bye week out.
Maybe.
Because Rashee Rice did something stupid again, and you're saying to yourself, somebody has to become the wide receiver 1 in this.
That too.
You're looking at targets. You're thinking about the targets. That's all you're thinking about.
From a police standpoint, it seems like they're gonna not pursue Rashee Rice. So it's all on what
finishes his jail time and keeps him moving.
Yeah, I think he did that. That's where we seen that video of him moonwalking out of the office area.
Yeah, that looks great.
So
he looks so cool.
When he was sprinting, and then the cameras would follow him.
Yeah, where he had sit up, he backwards walked and then ran out, and then sped away. Whatever vehicle he got in, that sped away. I'm like,
sped away.
Yeah,
I guess
he didn't just do 30 days for fucking speeding, but. He violated probation, so that's another thing they got to look into. So I don't know what the league plans on doing with this guy. They got to do something. They got to look into it.
We'll be talking about him next week.
I guess they can. I can guarantee you he will be a guy that's in the shadow realm next week. I don't know what to do with that guy.
Between 3 and 2 or 4 and 3.
I don't know. That's the shit is with Rashee Rice. When he's on the field healthy and not in trouble, he's putting up wide receiver 1 numbers. That's the problem.
When you have to add that to a player,
but yeah, when you add the other
running backs on here that I forgot to put on there.
I honestly, I looked over my list.
Bad.
Yeah, no, I looked over my list 3 times.
I kind of feel justified in it because this week,
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, this week it's not as much as I took just real life in my quarterback tiers last week. Like this one, I really did a little fantasy focus too. Because it is what it is.
So with my tiers,
running backs,
I implemented a little bit more real life into
running backs minus maybe 3 or 4 really influence a team.
Yeah. And honestly, a lot of my like tier 3 guys are dealing with the double running back or even a triple running back system. So I feel like
And there's so many running backs to go.
My tiers are always influenced by like fantasy, but also with the tiers, I'm looking at like the production that they could get, their opportunity, like you said, who they're sharing the ball with. Are they pass catching running backs? How dependent is the actual offense?
I only got 3 running
on
backs
them,
in my tier
you know,
one.
like which I think gives running backs a boost up is the fact that in your offense they're always looking for you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, so this
Like-
with this tier system that I did today, I obviously looked at it from a fantasy standpoint, but there were 3 things that I also wanted to implement that kind of exist or
Like
goes with real life, which would be
I'm gonna be
consistency,
first.
availability, and shit.
Availability and consistency are big.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, man, there
You
was
can't
a
have a
third
guy
one.
in tier 2 that you can't.
I
You
think
know?
Well, Mike,
kinda-
you can't mess
I
up your
can't
3
remember-
eyes.
I know. It's fuck. I can't remember the third one, but those consistency and availability for sure. Oh damn it!
Yeah.
Oh damn it!
Maybe
I was
hit
just-
against the wall or
I
something.
was just at Ollie's too. I could have bought a new one. $3.
Really?
Somebody was selling them on Marketplace for $20 a pop. I commented, you can get them at $3 at Ollie's.
That's
Yeah, I know it wasn't a good move. I should be messing people's hustle up. Before we start our running back tiers, I just want to come out here and say I do not have Price or Love on any of my tiers because I have yet to see them play.
I didn't put them.
So if anybody asks us from that standpoint, that I have yet to see them play, so I'm yet to like.
Yeah.
Just because you have all this,
and mind you, me and Oscar don't talk about this shit, and we didn't put neither one of these guys in our.
I haven't seen this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The most action we talked about was X-Men '97.
Yes.
No spoilers. A way better episode than last week.
I still gotta
Way
watch it
better.
again.
How many episodes are left?
3.
There's
There's only 9 episodes this
so
season.
whack.
I was saying that earlier. I think it was only like 9 episodes.
They said
9
they'll
is
go
such
back.
an odd number.
They said they'll go back to 10 next year. And then next Friday is Batman the Caped Crusader.
Part 1, right? Is that?
Season 2 comes out
Oh, okay.
with their take of the Joker, which sounds like the Joker's going to be more like a Heath Ledger type Joker, and I'm not opposed to
I
that
don't know
because not everybody can be Mark Hamill.
That's right. No, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, before we start this, Price and Love are not on my tiers. Come at me, say what you want about me, call us a lamer, whatever you want to say. I don't care. I have not yet watched these guys play, so I'm not going to put them in the echelons of even a tier 4 where I've got, Ramondre Stevenson and company.
I didn't even make a tier 4 list because I'm going to say that whoever I don't mention after tier 3, you can just put them in tier 4.
Yeah, I stopped after 3.
Yeah, because there was
Maybe
my
I
tier
should
3
too.
list is kind of big, but tier 4 is literally.
I only got 3
everybody
running
else.
backs in tier 1.
It should only be 3.
I only got 2.
I got
Oh,
Derek.
I did 4. I
got Derrick Henry,
Okay.
Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs.
You got Henry in 1?
Yes, I do.
I put Derrick Henry in 1.
I'm not listen, dude. I've said for the last 3 years the drop off's coming, and the drop off has not
and that's
come.
And that's
So
exactly
you know
why
what?
he made my tier 1.
So you know what? No,
Until he
I'm
does.
not disrespecting him this year.
Yep.
He is tier 1 until I see a year where it's 800 rushing yards and only 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's tier 1.
Yes, I agree.
And
I
you know
agree.
what?
Right.
He's still a first round pick in a fantasy draft.
He can be, dude. I mean, the guy, and
Not
again,
can be, he should be.
consistency and availability, and that guy breathes those things.
Yeah,
Eats,
I mean,
sleeps. and
As long
breathes
as
those
Lamar
things,
Jackson,
bro.
even when Lamar Jackson wasn't healthy with Tyrant, with Snoop,
Yeah, it was Snoop.
He
and
was
still
still
his
getting-
thing,
he had that ridiculous game.
Yep.
Even if he only goes for 1,200 this year, that would be considered a slow year for him.
A slow
And
year, but
1,200
1,200
yards.
It was
yards.
a great year for anyone else.
A lot of running backs aren't cracking 1,000 still.
Right.
Like,
You know, if anybody like a Chuba Hubbard
Jalen Warren
would
only
be
hit
great.
950, but if you look at Jalen Warren's carries, it was like 211, I think, and he had
Right.
almost 1,000 yards. He was averaging damn near 5 yards carry. I blame that on the offensive coaching staff.
Henry gets like 150 more carries than that.
And
now.
Jalen Warren missed 2 games, so he could have eclipsed 1,000.
Yeah, he probably should have.
Remember,
But-
they screwed me that the London game.
Right.
All morning long, it looks like he's good to go. 5 minutes prior, he is not inactive. I'm on my way home from the block. I didn't know. I got home and it says inactive. I go, what?
I got a bad feeling about all these early games this year. From a fantasy perspective, it's something that it's like you already can't control
It's gonna
fantasy
you
as
know.
it is, but it's just going to throw everything for
That
worse
this
loop.
past season was the lowest total points in fantasy in the last 3 years. That the points have gone down every year.
I bet you it's because of these early games.
I don't know if it's that. I do think a lot of it has to deal with
No preseason or a preseason cut in half.
I think it has to do with the early
quarterbacks
games.
aren't throwing
And
the ball
not
as
for
much.
nothing, dude. These last 2 years, Thursday night games, we are getting jack and shit from a fantasy perspective.
You get one player that you
Even
don't
as a
expect that
football
they're really
fan,
good.
they're disgusting to watch.
Well, we had like 3-4 games that were probably good for fantasy.
Mm,
The end of the year game between the Seahawks and the Rams,
right?
where Matt Stafford went for like 400 passing yards,
Yeah.
Puka went for 200.
Yeah, and I mean those are high-profile teams.
I tell you what, every time the Ravens play the Bengals on Thursday night, that's a freaking
It's a shit
scoring
show,
fest.
I mean, it sometimes it's a shit show though. I feel like it's a shit show sometimes, man. On Thursday nights, anyway.
It's not a matchup you can even get excited for.
I know.
It's something that you're obligated to
But
have to live through.
You have to start your studs.
No, especially on Thursdays, man.
You can't. What you gonna do? Bench
Sit
Jamar
with-
Chase on a Thursday?
Right, benching Burrow.
I want to
benching
see the
Lamar.
balls on that person.
Yeah. No, it's just, you can't.
And he gives you 5 points. And
But yeah,
You just gotta shake your head and live with it.
also the
You gotta
quarterback
shake your head,
position. This was
breathe,
the,
take a breath.
This was the lowest
with
amount
it.
of points by the quarterback position scored in fantasy.
That's kind of crazy, man.
I mean, did we forget how shitty September football was? We hated it.
I don't
All of
forget. I don't forget.
Nobody was doing anything.
Dude,
for
I went
anybody.
1-3 in the first. And on the money sports, I went 1-3 in the month of September.
And most people
And I
who
went the
excelled
rest of
in
the year.
September.
I finished 10-4.
Right.
So I went 1-3. After that, I went 9-1 the rest of the damn way.
A lot of players went off in September and then stopped. So it was an aberration.
Yeah.
You think to yourself, "Oh, this
I
guy's
think
going to be the
Ibuka
fantasy
was-
MVP. He's going
Puka,
off."
Baker Mayfield, they were going batshit crazy the
And,
first
and
month.
it, and it stopped. It
But Baker
stopped.
had like 8 injuries by
he
like
was-
week
he was
5.
pretty hurt.
You know?
Most quarterbacks would have sat down in games. He's like, nope, I'm gonna play.
And honestly, there was games where he won it for them, where he ran it in and everything like that. So he thugged it out the rest of the year. He definitely did. But
But yeah,
He
my
was hurt.
first 3 running backs are those guys. I don't know if you disagree, agree.
I got a 2-man tier 1 list. It's
I mean, I
Gibbs and
think
Robinson.
Bijan is the man. Well, good for you, no bias.
I put
Nah,
CMC in my.
But
tier
I
one.
wouldn't have argued with
I
you.
feel like
this
it
year.
was. I feel like it was easy just looking at it. It's them two, and then I feel like everybody else underneath them. They're the topic of conversation. Who's the 1-on-1? Even
Bijan
last
and
year.
Gibbs.
Yeah, it's either one.
Well,
or,
we know
or the
that,
other.
but the third one's going to be Derrick Henry that gets picked,
I think
no
He-
matter what.
I
when
think
it comes
CMC is
to
getting
a
picked before
production
Henry is.
standpoint, touchdowns, all that stuff, I wouldn't be shocked if Derrick
Mikey
Henry
at 6
finishes
might think about Derrick
3.
Henry and on the money sports.
Say that again.
You might think of Derrick Henry at 6.
No,
No,
that was my first pick.
I would take him over Sun God.
You take Henry? No, I'm not.
I would.
I might take him over Justin Jefferson.
Not in on the money
if
sports.
the Vikings don't commit to a quarterback.
Yeah, not in on the.
My
on
trade
the
might not look
I
so
just
good.
know
All right,
that Derrick
Joe.
Henry's going to be there in the second and possibly third round in on the money sports. So it's
Well,
not-
here's a spoiler alert. If he falls to me at 10, I'm picking him at 10.
that's fine.
And then I'm
You
going
can
to
have him
turn
at 10.
around and don't let CeeDee Lamb fall to me because then I'm going to pick CeeDee Lamb at 11.
I'm not taking CD. I'm not taking neither one of those guys.
CeeDee
at
Lamb
six,
never
so
falls out of the
when
first
it comes
round.
to me, you'll have those
Danny's gonna
options.
end up scooping him up.
CeeDee Lamb
Watch.
never falls out of the first round. CeeDee Lamb will get picked before Jefferson. And all
Where
the
does
money.
Danny pick this year? 9? Is it 9?
No, 9 is my dad. 8 is Grok. No, Danny's 2, ain't he?
Oh, you know what? You might be right. See, but he ain't, so that you might get a chance for both those guys then. That's fine.
League winner.
Never say never.
That's fine, man.
Nah, my dad would take Henry before I got to him.
He loves
The
him some
first
Derrick
pick of the
Henry,
draft,
man.
I wouldn't
With
do
the
it.
9th overall pick?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
He might.
You wouldn't do it on the 9th? You got the turnaround.
No, I wouldn't.
I think your pop's gotten a little savvy though. He knows he needs a quarterback, so Herbert will be sitting there and he'll mess around and take his boy
I wouldn't
Justin
do that
Herbert.
neither, man. Not Herbert at 9. It's so ridiculous.
There's going to be a lot of running backs that are going to get picked way too early.
Yeah,
Just like I
because-
think there's going to be a lot of receivers that get picked way too early that shouldn't be getting picked early.
Well, wide receiver is deep every year when we're talking like value and
Alexi said
Where
he's
you can
going
get-
bargain shopping for a quarterback this year and on the money.
yeah, I did. He has told me that, so I don't know if he's kind of
So he better back away from my plan because that's what I've been doing the last couple of years.
I mean,
it's
he's
worked.
seen me and you do that the last couple of years,
And it's
worked.
worked.
So Yeah, maybe he is leaning towards it. So I know he said it a couple
if
of
the
times.
Josh Allens of the world ain't there, I'm not gonna reach. When I can at the 6 or 7 spot grab Dak Prescott, who's gonna put up 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, and run it in like 4 times. And of those 35 touchdowns, 5 of them are gonna be bonus special touchdowns.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely.
I mean, it's great when you put it like that, but then somebody takes Dak Prescott right in front of you,
And it'll make me sick.
and now all of a sudden you're thrown for a loop as far as who you're going
His
to
whole
take at a
plan out the
bargain.
window.
It's like what Alex
There's a
saying,
couple guys bargain.
like
Listen,
bargain shopping means I'm going to wait and see if Jared Goff is somewhere down there. But if he gets taken, I might be in trouble because I was waiting to see if a Jared Goff is sitting at the 8th round. And I could pair him up.
that would be you, because you would try to pair him up with if you had Sun God.
Why wouldn't I? It wouldn't cost me as much.
It would behoove anybody to do it.
It's not like I'm trying to pair Chase and Burrow.
Like DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to get picked so high in this year's draft.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think
I
he'll
don't
get
think so.
overlooked. I think people will see him and be like, "Oh shit, he's still here."
I don't know. But
I'll take him before I take Xavier Worthy.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Like,
we'll talk about those receivers next week.
Next week.
But yeah, so okay, so with Gibbs and Bijan to finish off, like that's my tier 1. And I'm gonna go on and throw a hot take out there. I think Bijan Robinson ends up having a better overall year than Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's not a hot take.
Jahmyr Gibbs is now in a world without a David Montgomery, and no disrespect to Isaiah Pacheco, but he ain't David Montgomery. So
he's not David Montgomery because he can't pass catch like
this
David
is
can.
But what helps
all
Gibbs
Gibbs
out,
all the time now.
and I think Gibbs is ready. I think Gibbs got tired at the end of the season because it wasn't, much give or take. And you train your body in the offseason for it because now like 65 to 70% of this workload's on you now. No longer 50-50. Like 75 to 8, maybe even 80%.
Y'all remember what he did to y'all in week 17?
I think Pop.
He left you at the
Chill.
train station. Like, so now we're talking about
Bitch,
a bigger workload.
I wanted to put him in the train station. I wanted to go call Rick Wheeler. Listen, this guy knows too much. It's time to take him to the train station.
He took you for such a great ride all season long, and then that day.
But you know what? As mad as I was at him, you can't be mad at him completely, because if he doesn't perform that way in September, October, November, I'm not there.
Right.
In December.
You're not there without him.
Right.
So you got to take the good with the bad. You just
In a situation like that, Oscar's completely right. It's frustrating
like,
and
bro.
annoying, but
I'm watching that game.
I'd be nothing
Remember,
without you.
it's the what was the second round of the playoffs? I'm facing Rasul in True Legends, and I'm watching the Steelers contain Jahmyr Gibbs all game.
Crazy.
I'm sitting there going like, I told myself, I looked at my wife, I said, I expect the Steelers to beat the Lions because the Lions defense is trash.
But I'm about to get eliminated.
But I said, I did not expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to all of a sudden want to
Show
play
the fuck
defense.
up, right?
Yeah.
Show the fuck up.
Like, I knew Aaron Rodgers was going to destroy Detroit, and he did. He basically was.
Right.
Because you know what that was? You're still the Lions to me. Like, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, we're at -3 yards. And then I'm going back, and he had Henry the night before, and I'm just like, but the exhilaration I got when the guy that's in my tier 2 got benched because Rivers threw that pick. Oh, I jumped out of my bed.
That's funny.
That Colts 49ers game
So
is crazy,
real quick,
man.
you only has Gibbs and Bijan.
Just Gibbs and Bijan.
And you didn't have CMC in your tier 1, right? Yeah, so I did. I ended up putting in my tier 1 for only because he's been healthy the last 2 years. He was RB1.
You said you had 4 in your tier 1?
Yeah. CMC, Bijan, Gibbs, and Henry.
You both got Henry.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
McCaffrey was hurt the previous year.
Nah.
Yes, he was.
Nah, 2 years ago.
You sure?
I looked it up. today.
Last year he played.
What was his stats then
checked
for
it twice.
2024?
He put up numbers
He was
last
RB2
year.
2024.
No, he
Yeah.
couldn't
What
have
up,
been.
Matt?
Hold on.
McCaffrey was relatively healthy last season from what I remember.
Oh, wait.
2024, he wasn't that good. He was hardly playing.
Wait a
2025, he had a really
back-to-back
good year.
years.
It's every other year with him.
Wait a minute.
Since
I
he's
just
joined-
looked at this at work, dude.
Wait, what?
And I was looking at it at work.
Why would you be doing that at work? You forget who's next to you?
Listen, man.
9-4 Dodgers.
Ugh, gross.
Top of the ninth.
Here, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, because even Alexi was, it was 2022, 2023. He had back-to-back good years. So what was Alexi arguing about?
No, look.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
So he was off.
2022. He had that combined 1,100 yards with. 2022. Then 2023.
He was healthy.
2023 he was healthy. 2024 he wasn't.
Hurt.
2025 he was healthy.
Right.
So
it is every other year with him. It looks like
because 2021 was 442 yards.
Yeah.
2020 was only 225 yards. Then 2019, 2018 was 13 and 1,000.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird because I know Alexi was yelling at me about it for him battling back to back.
No, because Alexi was mad. Remember, he picked the number 1 overall that year.
Right. That's so weird.
Remember, everybody kept telling him, "Don't F it up."
Right, and he ended up effing it up.
Don't F it up.
But either way, though, man, he was RB1 last year. When the guy is healthy, he's effing amazing. He had over 500 fantasy points. And again, when he's healthy, he's proven that regardless of what Derrick Henry does on a year-to-year basis, regardless of the new young gun guys and Bijan and Gibbs and how great they look at times, CMC just manages to stay on top when he's healthy. So that's why I put him in my.
He's going to outproduce a lot of those guys.
Yeah, he always does, man. As long as
I hope he
still.
Listen, I never root for a player to be hurt. I hope he stays healthy.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody that picks him can sit back at the end of the year and be like, yeah, look at the guy I got.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to pick him, but I got him 9th overall or 10th overall.
His inconsistency as far as health goes is the only reason why I never touched him. The 1 year I decided to draft him, which was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. He got hurt, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. So.
LT over the
sucks
bus.
when you draft them on those years where it just doesn't pan out. Going into 2026, I feel like he's a safer pick than Justin Jefferson. And this is not any slight to Jay Jetta, but I'm not in love with that situation. Me personally, I disagree,
but I get why you feel that way.
I feel like he can go out there and and McCaffrey can put up top 5 from a fantasy perspective and maybe reality.
Yeah, he can, man. It's just, I
no George Kittle
and having to trust that. But Jefferson doesn't get hurt.
Tom just ain't a bad backup option to Kittle.
He ain't Kittle though, so it could be more targets for CMC. Like Tonjes is gonna eat.
Tonjes is capable of 100-yard receiving games.
Yeah, no Ayuk. Purcell's supposed to be healthy or at least ready for week 1, but you know how he can be too.
You got Don Morocco's nephew, the rookie wide receiver.
Oh, Mike Evans. Mike Evans is another one though. He's known for always pulling a hammy or two every year. So
last year was his 1,000-yard streak ended.
Yeah, that sucked.
Keep those guys on the field. It's going to be a problem with that offense.
And Tampa still wanted him.
Oh yeah,
that was a shame.
I seen Carlos actually post about that this morning.
Wow, that's wild. They were giving those movies today. They were giving them on, I think on TNT. They were running through the whole list of the Congress Godzilla movies.
San Fran is a mash unit. Jeez. That's another thing about them. Like
tough division.
They all get hurt.
Yeah, every year, dude. Every year, something new.
Tough division.
So
tougher schedule for them because they had a cakewalk schedule last year for San Francisco.
Right.
So going off of you, we're entering tier 2 now.
Okay.
I have Christian McCaffrey in tier 2.
Okay.
I have Jonathan Taylor in tier 2. I have James Cook in tier 2, and I have Saquon Barkley in tier 2.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's a little bit longer.
I was a little more picky.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I respect it, man. I had
because there's a player in tier 3, and he's probably in your tier 2 that I think is going to get picked very high, and they're going to find out real quickly.
Okay.
What everybody else found out.
Yeah, I got JT tier 2, James Cook, Chase Brown, Devon Achane, Barkley, Kyron Williams. And I struggled with Javonte Williams and Josh Jacobs. I almost wanted to put them in the shadow realm as far as between 2 and 3, but I felt like that'd be a little disrespectful to those guys because they
I was thinking about adding Kyron Williams to tier 2.
Yeah, I mean, Kyron Williams, he's super
Achane.
consistent, man. Achane, he's another guy who, when healthy, he's putting up big numbers. And at this point, Miami, like, he's all they got. So I expect him to
might be their wide receiver one.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah. So he's going to get a lot of work this year, man. A lot of work. And they just paid him. So I wasn't going to disrespect him and put him in tier 3 neither. So
his yak is going to be
insane. I think it's going to be insane. Yeah, it could be insane. So again, he's a guy who's known to miss a couple of games, and if he does get popped, he can be hurt for a lot longer. But I don't know if I'm going to draft him. I will have some shares of him, but I won't draft him everywhere.
You know what makes it intriguing with him? It's like you could end up seeing him lining up with the receivers and Jalen Wright in the backfield.
Yeah.
As the back. And just have H.A. moving.
I see Gibbs and Pacheco in the same kind of way, where Gibbs can be line up, slot out, and then
just out. H.A.'s going to be running the route, ran to the ground.
Yeah. They're definitely going to run him through, man, for sure.
More so than Gibbs. I feel like there's a good chance with Gibbs, but there's so many more options on the lines than
where they
Gibbs
don't really have to use.
Yeah,
Gibbs.
like H.A. as soon as the ball snaps, you see he's the best player on that field for that offense.
Right.
Like. And whatever people have against him, and I'm not drafting him this year. You say all that stuff, but then you get to the draft board, and
you realize he's the best person available when you're looking at who's left, and when it's that, because he's going to get drafted in the second round. He's not a first round guy, but again, when you're looking at the second round guys and you're there and it's your pick, you're like, do I really pass up on 18 and go down a beat more to a Marion Hampton because you think he's going to be better, or whatever like that? Yeah, that's a tough decision to make for that.
You go after a player that's in an offense where there's more options,
right?
So it's like that kind of puts a cap on that. And I think Omarion's gonna be great.
No, me too. I think Omarion's gonna be great, but again, especially we're in a lot of leagues. You know what I mean? Especially me, you guys, like so we can afford to pass up on A-Chain maybe here or there, and a league or two here, and then pick them up in another league or two elsewhere. That's where the people who might only play 1 or 2 leagues a year. That's a big decision to make. You know what I mean? Like, are you really going to pass up on that opportunity that H.A.'s going to have and everything like that? So
that usage rate really helps players bump up in my mind as far as these tiers.
Right.
It's like I'm going to see a lot of you.
Right.
Like they're going to get you the ball a lot more than per se. And you remember games a lot of our parlays and a lot of our fantasy weeks are destroyed by game script.
Yes.
A lot of players will get. How do you have an entire game and don't even use this guy? How many players have we seen that with where they're just completely written off?
Jaden Reed, dog. Jaden Reed killed me.
I haven't seen him for 45 minutes.
Jaden Reed was picked so high in so many leagues and nothing.
He was a darling.
I feel like Willie Wonka kept talking to me every time I started him.
Oh.
Good day. You get nothing.
Speaking of, since we're on the subject of running backs, I was just in my newsfeed for Fantasy Pros. Zach Charbonnet placed on the PUP list officially by the Seahawks 8 hours ago.
Yeah, that was expected.
So, not somebody that was going to be in our tiers, but somebody around this time last year, we were loving some Zach Charbonnet.
I didn't actually put him in any of my tiers neither.
No, he didn't make the cut.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Zach Charbonnet because I got you in the Dynasty League, and honestly, I might take a chance, a flyer on you, bro, if you're there come late rounds and stuff like that, because I know when you come back, he's probably gonna not demand a more of the workload. It really all depends what price looks like, but he's gonna get work. He's gonna get work.
I'll draft Charbonnet just to have that open bench spot once I put him on the IR, and I'll go pick somebody else.
No, yeah, that
hit
too.
The waivers,
that too.
Whatever.
That too.
Top priority, and just kind of beat the waiver wire for week 1.
Yep.
Just stash them, see what happens.
That's a savvy fantasy move, though.
It's little things, things.
Even if you feel like you got to reach for them, and reaching being, I don't know, 12th, 14th round, like.
So who was that? The Seattle Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of early because the only 2 teams that reported fully right now are the Cardinals and
yeah, but he tore his ACL.
The Cardinals and the Panthers have fully reported. Everybody else looks like to be reporting either by the 28th or by Saturday.
Right.
Seattle, you're waiting. So that's that.
No, but yeah, there's no reason to wait. I think most of people know that he's not going to be ready week 1 or to start the season.
It's common knowledge.
I don't think
how many people are going to pick him and put him on their IR?
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. I think it's a savvy move, man. That's a super savvy move.
You got to do it late. You can't risk.
No,
whenever you do it,
but not everybody will be thinking the same way. So come the 10th, 11th,
I mean, I
12th
did have a
round,
Brandon Ayuk last year
about him. Right.
In multiple leagues.
Right.
Charbonnet probably got a better shot getting on the field before that maniac.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with that.
The
Niners are really like, dog, you already screwed the guy. You already took the guarantee money out. What are you trying to accomplish now?
I don't know.
So my
this is why their organization gets kind of laughed at sometimes.
Yeah, especially lately.
You know, we talk about the Dallas Cowboys not winning anything in the 90s. They haven't won shit since 1995, 94 themselves.
Right. Yep.
My tier 2 is kind of like Mike's. There's a few names in this group. I've got Ashton Genty. I feel like he's going to be prime for a big year. Some of this is projection when it comes to him. Again, I try to encompass all of it together. Marion Hampton is in my tier 2. Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Devon A-Chain, and Chase Brown.
Yeah,
As far as just how much the team is going to be reliant on them, the dump offs, all that stuff, and
Did you not say Barkley?
No, Barkley's not in my tier 2.
That's good either.
And Derrick Henry's not in my tier 2.
Yeah, I got Barkley.
Neither one of them are in my tier 2, and it's not because I'm projecting like a drop off for Henry. I just kind of just like these names better going into this season. Like I feel like these 6 names could propel themselves into the tier 1 this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think any of my tier 2 guys have the potential to be tier 1 guys this year that can put up RB1 numbers. Any one of them are capable of doing it.
Like your team needs you, you know.
Yeah,
like
and at some point last year, these guys had all put up RB1 numbers. I think with the exception of probably like Javonte Williams and Barkley, because Barkley's season wasn't the greatest last year. But everybody
that
definitely
offense was terrible last season.
Yeah,
I don't blame him. The quarterback didn't give him much to work with.
Right. But
Like
you ask Eagles fans, and they'll tell you so much differently.
Like tier 2 super valuable because
So
if you remove
2K again.
any of the running backs in my tier 2 from their team, that team's going to struggle. Like if you don't have a Marion Hampton there, that means you're relying on Najee Badfoot Harris.
Did he ever re-sign with them?
No.
Or is he still a free agent?
They signed Keaton Mitchell this year.
Yeah, that's
but that's another guy that just gets hurt a lot too.
Yeah, but he's quick though, man. I think he showed flashes in Baltimore.
You take JT out of the picture, I don't even know who they would give the rock to. James
Right.
Cook, it would be Ray Davis and Ty Johnson. Devon A-Chain, it would be the Jalen Wright show, which we've never seen that. We don't know what that show looks like. It could get canceled after a couple weeks.
Right.
And you remove Chase Brown from the Bengals, you're dealing with Samaje Perine and Taj Brooks. On a high-powered offense that likes to go, it's like how far is your running game going to go with those 2 guys carrying you? So I feel like tier 2 is guys that it's just like they are like the employees of the month for these organizations and franchises because of how much that offense is going to run through them. My tier 3 is kind of deep. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, mine is too. Did you read your tier 2s, Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start off with some tier 3 guys, and now before I do tier 3, I actually have 3 running backs in the shadow realm for tier 2, tier 3. Kenneth Walker, Amarion Hampton, and Bucky Irvin. All 3 of them are in the shadow realm because they're all capable of being tier 2 running backs. Like me and you just said a little bit ago, we're expecting Amarion Hampton to have a big jump this year. But I don't know. Again, he missed 8 games last year. Bucky Irvin was hurt last year. And knowing that Kenneth Walker gets hurt super frequent and knowing that he has a big workload ahead of him this year, it kind of just scares me as far as like solidifying him in that tier 2 role. So until they can prove consistency and availability to me, those 3 guys are definitely shadow realm guys. But again, I'm expecting big things out of Hampton. He's my favorite out of those 3 guys. So I'm definitely, hoping that he puts up tier 1 numbers this year. But as far as tier 3 goes, a big list for me. I got Ashton Genty, tier 3, Travis Etienne or Etienne, however we're supposed to pronounce his name. Breece Hall, Trayvon Henderson, Rico Dotto, Jalen Warren, Scatterboo, and Tyrone Tracy are tier 3 guys for me. David Montgomery, Judkins, Chuba Hubbard, and Alvin Kamara. So if I didn't name a running back that you like, he is considered a tier 4 guy for me. And it's not so much to disrespect a guy that I probably didn't name, but these guys that I've listed and talked about right now, they're pretty much the best running backs in the league. As far as, again, the way I rank them and the way I tier them out that's how I just see them. Like I said earlier at the beginning, I try to put a little bit real life stake into this on top of the fantasy stake. So, these guys at tier 3, this makes sense to me because they've all have weird or bad situations They've all been unhealthy at times. They skipped around teams. Like a guy like Monty, who we haven't seen him be the lead role since his Chicago days, pretty much. So I don't know. In Houston, they're expecting big things from him. He's come out and said that he's going to have a great year because he's ready to take on a role like that. But I don't know. It's just too much unknown when it comes to a lot of these tier 3 guys.
I think in Houston, he just easily beat out all those other guys over there. Like, he's clearly better than
he's definitely clearly a guy. I just, again, haven't seen him in this lead role since his Chicago days. It's scary to put him in that upper echelon of guys, pretty much. So that's all.
My tier 3 was Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown, Devin A-Chain, Bucky Irvin, and Kenny Walker.
That's crazy. Those are like big names.
I think Kenny Walker is going to get picked high in fantasy this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And people are going to be expecting this monumental production from him.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get it.
Yeah.
They're going to get a guy who's going to give them like 800, 900 rushing yards and like 300 receiving yards.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be pissed. But me saying this, I'm a hater. The Chiefs get him.
No, yeah.
Y'all just know I've seen what he's done as a Seahawk.
Right.
There's a reason why the Seahawks drafted Zach Charbonnet 2 years ago.
Right.
They weren't liking what they were seeing. The hype on Walker is because of his playoffs.
Right.
And the Super Bowl. Like, that's what the hype is for.
Yep. And that's why he's a shadow realm.
Let's admit it. I'm not saying anything that's not wrong. And if I am, please back it up with your facts. Show me your stats.
Right.
Well, I like Kenneth Walker this year. I like his situation this year, but I have to apply the tag to him of as long as he can get him on the field.
Right.
Like a lot of other names that
he gets hurt a lot.
The Chiefs need him. The Chiefs need a run game because, like we just mentioned earlier with Patrick Mahomes, how many times are we going to see Patrick Mahomes running because he feels like he has to?
Right.
Last year he had to because Kareem Hunt was your option. And he's only going to do so much for you. Kenneth Walker is a better option. So it's one of those things where we might see less movement from Mahomes out of the backfield, more pocket awareness, pocket passing.
Right.
But if you take Kenneth Walker out of that equation, you're stuck with the Brashard Smith, the DeMercado. That throws that whole thing for a loop on top of all the questions we have about their wide receiving core.
And then another name that I'm looking at, I think might take a step back, is Josh Jacobs. Is what we saw last year, even though it was some nagging injury. Is that the beginning?
He's 28 years old.
Yeah, I mean, even in his time at the end of his time with I was gonna say Oakland, but with the Raiders, he had a couple of
subpar season,
the injured regular season. So I don't blame you for saying that at all. But besides the health, he got like 8 different domestic charges that he's looking at too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's another thing that another person that the league has.
And my other question mark is
he may not be dealing with those consequences until 2027. So he might be good for now.
Yeah,
but going into which could be the end of his run because now you're talking about being 29 years old and then being suspended and then coming back
right.
And having a couple
but he has to play with that shit in his head all year this year. So how does that affect him mentally?
The football gods.
Right.
Weird stuff happens to people.
There's another name that I think could have a subpar year.
Yeah.
A polarizing name. People are either feel one way about him or another.
A lot of people drafted him last year to be their RB1, and that was a big mistake. Yeah, I did it too.
Right here, you're looking at him. This guy, the second round, easily. He was my favorite second round pick last year.
Yeah,
yes, he was.
The mocks I was doing, and I saw him sitting there. I was like, "That's my guy."
Right.
I'm not going RB in the first round because I've got Bucky Irvin.
Yeah.
I've got Bucky Irvin. You saw how it went.
Yeah, no. I had him in Elite 8 last year.
And right now they signed Kenny Gainwell in the offseason.
Right.
He's making more money than Bucky because Bucky's still on that rookie deal.
Right. Still got
Gainwell's going to get on the end. You got Sean Tucker who comes in at the goal line,
and
and destroys our touchdown.
Right.
Our anytime touchdowns.
He did it last year when Bucky was playing.
And he had a 44-point game last year, Sean Tucker.
How many times are we cursing his name in the group chat?
Everybody picks him on the waiver wire, starts him, and he gets nothing.
Yep. He gets nothing.
It gives you nothing.
But that's just fantasy, honestly.
But like I said,
you take playing this shit game.
There's 3 guys on this list that I think are going to be tier 2 running backs next year. Kyron Williams. I mean, Kyron could already be a tier 2 running back right now, And I think Chase Brown and Devin A-Chain.
Yeah, for sure.
I just hope, man.
I think you're selling Chase Brown a little short, man. I get everybody else, but I think you are selling Chase Brown.
They use the shit out of him.
Yeah. He was RB6 last year. He had over 1,000 rushing yards.
That pass catching work.
He does a lot out the backfield pass catching. So, but yeah. I mean, again, I get it though. I get it.
And he doesn't even get vultured like that. Like he'd be at the
there's no competition.
You know,
there's no competition.
Like
Samaje Perine will piss you off from time to time.
Yeah, but that means Chase Brown needs a breather.
Yes,
because like he just got targeted 2 out of the last 3 plays, and he's human. You know what I mean? Like, so they bring in big man P Ryan because it hurts.
They'll just rip like a 40-yarder. It's like, fuck.
And you're just saying to
yourself,
yourself,
doing that. Like,
bro,
that's
like,
P Ryan running like that.
And you're just saying to yourself, dude, that could have been changed.
But that's why Samaje P Ryan still has a job, and that's why Taj Brooks' value went to the floor.
Yes,
because when they drafted Taj Brooks was supposed to be the backup to Chase Brown, and Samaje P Ryan said, "Nah, that's my job."
Well, the only good thing, and I don't, again, like Oscar said, we don't wish for nobody to get hurt. But if P Ron or Brown were to find themselves with an injury, hopefully Brooks can make a name for himself.
Yeah, and you got to do a lot of waiting though. A lot of bad things have to happen.
No, unfortunately, that's again
come out of the shadow.
That's the unfortunate side of it, where bad things do have to happen in order for Taj Brooks to really prove himself.
If there's a shadow realm, Taj Brooks is in the void.
Oh yes,
he's just there.
He is just there, floating around.
It's like you trying to grasp for it. It's like a mist. It's not even an actual.
It's like when you're trying to grab something in the pool and it just goes this way or that way. That's Taj Brooks.
Oh,
that little.
So my tier 3 is pretty crowded. Got some good names in here. It's a quality tier, but it's just tier 2. I feel like it's just more, like you said, dependable, reliable, available, all that good stuff. Yeah. So tier 3, I've got Saquon Barkley, I've got Travion Henderson, I've got Quinshawn Judkins, I've got Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, Travis Etienne, Derrick Henry, CMC. Now looking back at it, maybe I should have thrown Derrick Henry at least in tier 2 after hearing what you guys said.
Right.
Kyron Williams, I got nothing against him except the fact that Blake Corum is really good. And the Rams use Kyron Williams, but they also use Blake Corum. There's times where their splits and their snaps are like almost identical. Mm-hmm. Like Corum, sometimes people don't realize it, but he's getting almost the same amount of carries as Kyron Williams. It's just what you're doing with those carries.
So I actually heard an interesting stat about those two, that when Blake Corum took on, I think he ended up taking, it was almost 50% of touches and carries, but Kyron Williams actually outpaced him when it comes to the yardage and everything like that in this last 9 weeks of the season. So even though Kyron Williams seemed to be getting less, he was actually outpacing Corum when it came to from a statistical standpoint.
He's not getting more carries, but he's doing more with
his opportunities.
The carries. Yeah. However, I've been keeping tabs on the projections for Blake Corum, and his projected numbers they're going up.
Yeah, he's a great handcuff to have. I think everybody should be drafting Corum and just stashing him away. But he eats into the opportunity of Kyron, but Kyron just literally makes the most, and that's why, unless he's just hurt for a super long period of time and consistently hurt, he'll always stay in a tier 2 for me.
Rams will move on from a running back before we even know they did it.
Yes,
we've seen them.
Yeah, but it's just hard for them to move on from Kyron, and I can see why, because
Kyron was that at one point. Yeah, we didn't know who he was until we knew who he was.
Right,
because then he got that contract extension, and that's why I kind of argued with Alexi about the whole. If Love falls, the Rams are gonna pick. Like, no, they weren't, dude.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they pick a running back last year too?
They got scattered. They got
Rivers or something like that.
They got Akers already. I mean, not Akers, Blake Corum.
Right.
They got Blake Corum.
The kid that they drafted last year,
something Rivers. I can't remember.
Who will potentially be seen on the field.
I was like, he signed a 4-year deal. He's only in the first year of it. They're not
2 years.
I was like, the dude just had, and I was like, I remember I texted you about it. I was like, dude, he just had 1,400 rushing yards. You're gonna just we're gonna bring in a rookie running back. Come on.
That's just the way the NFL is too, though, man. They hope to hit on these young kids that come in, so that way they don't have to keep paying these guys or not have to even offer these contracts.
As long as Matt Stafford, Devontae Adams, and Puka Nacua stay healthy, Kyron's gonna get his yardage.
I mean, that's always the biggest thing with those couple of guys, because they're older.
Who's the other guy? Who was the rookie tight end that was scoring some touchdowns?
They got a few tight ends that could go, though. That's the thing. They got a tight
end. I like to
parlay
with Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah.
They got Ferg.
Ferguson
they got,
and Puka.
Nice.
Who's that other one that they got? That's just like Ferguson.
Parkinson, I think.
Parkinson,
Yeah.
Ferguson.
They do have a third. I know they let go of Higbee, but they do have another tight end.
That's fine. Ferguson played amazing.
Yeah. I got Ferguson on Kingpin's Dynasty, man. I love that kid.
From a fantasy perspective, I hate it because I don't want to play the guessing game with those tight ends.
No,
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But from a reality perspective, like those guys come in clutch with easy targets when you're looking at Puka on this side and Devontae Adams.
Tight end
Missed
production
14
has been
touchdowns
actually
last
better
year.
in the last couple of years.
Ferguson's a name you're going to hear me say a lot for DFS this year because he's going to be a cheap guy, a cheap option, and depending on the matchup, he's probably going to get hella opportunities.
He's going to help you separate from a lot of the other tickets.
DFS picks coming on
They'll be
NFL
here.
Sundays,
They'll
except
be
for
here
the first
soon,
weekend because, you know.
Yeah. I'll be in MetLife, baby. Originally known as Giant Stadium. Getting ready to watch Dallas take that good old fella. Noli ain't ready for it, but I'll be here. I'll be there.
I'll be on my recliner.
You
Exhausted.
You're not going to be here?
Events. That's a Sunday night.
Oh,
football.
it's 8 o'clock game, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out to
stay
him,
longer
bro.
than you, but I be out around 7.
Opening day is different.
The beers, and I get all
Opening day,
tired.
we're together up pretty much. So
Yeah,
I've been
right before-
throwing it out there to Alex, see if he
Yeah.
wants to come with me and Noli.
you got to
That'd be
tell
cool.
him now. You
I
gotta
did.
prepare him now.
I even last night before the concert started, I sent them where we're going to be sitting at and everything. So I told them to just start looking at tickets and stuff like that because Noli don't mind if he rides up with us and whatnot. So
Yeah, but then to sit by yourself, I couldn't do it. That's how I don't know how Serge that last year went by himself to a Steelers game. Like nobody.
I mean, as long as he's kind of close, we'll see.
Out to yo, my man. You want some seats?
Slip him a cool $100.
Yeah. I got a Honda right here.
So teams are going to start reporting. A couple already have.
Yeah,
More are going to start. We're going to start seeing a bunch of more notifications on our sleeper app based on what players we have.
I think Giants rookies reported today, and I think the whole team reports tomorrow.
A lot of the rookies are going to report this week.
Okay, I think that's what it was.
But
Rookies
everybody
this
has
week
to
and everybody
be
next week.
everybody, no matter what, has to be in by the 28th. But a lot of teams have a 24th mandate.
Okay.
Mendoza hasn't signed his rookie contract.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They'll get it done.
That is interesting. Good old Kirk Cousins.
Good
Line
old
him up.
Raiders.
Brock Bowers is going to go crazy in September. If Kirk Cousins throwing the football in September, Brock Bowers might go bananas.
Spamming.
But I mean, I think he gets
Bills
spammed no matter
what's today, the
what.
22nd, right?
I think he
Today's
just
22nd,
gets
All right,
peppered.
so
because when you talk about target share, who's he sharing targets with out there?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Who's
really
taking
not
targets
much.
from that man?
There's not much competition.
all right, so Bills, Broncos.
Who's the Hall of Fame
are the
game?
only team so far to have their rookies report, and then there's like 6 or 7 teams that got their rookies reporting tomorrow.
Mm.
Here we go. So Friday's rookies I got to report. I mean, tomorrow's rookies I got to report are Cleveland,
How the hell is Scatterby on any top list? Did you
the
not watch
Raiders,
him
the
run the ball?
He's
Chargers.
not on mine. No offense.
He's on my quadruple.
That
tier
I take
4.
full offense.
He has
Don't take full
he's on my
offense.
tier 4 list.
But you know what tier I put him in? I put him in the same tier as a Bashal Tutin, a Jadarian Price, a bunch of the young backs.
I mean, you just named 2 guys who are expected to play really good this year.
but
Yeah, Price and Tutin.
they're in that young group of like you're the young starter for this team, and now we're gonna see what you do this year. Like that's
Right.
the tier where I feel like it's fair to put him in with those. I don't feel like they're any better or worse than him. It's just like you're all getting that opportunity this
Yeah,
year.
I mean, Scat was averaging 4.5 yards a carry before he got hurt, and he was out there catching passes, which is how he got hurt, catching a pass in the middle of the field, which was going to be a first down if you know.
A tier with guys
You don't
that
get
you're
hurt.
all sharing the rock. Like you're not the only guy. You're one of the guys. You know
And
what I
then
mean?
his
But you're
backup
going to
is a
be-
back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher.
Yeah.
First Giant to do it as a rookie in the second year, and the only running back from the 2024 class to have back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons.
Who else
So-
would I put in that tier? Chuba Hubbard? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
But
2 mil was my
tier 4
3.
is
Again, I mean, I praise Scat and I'm praising Tyrone Tracy. They both made my tier 3 list, so it's not like I'm being biased with where I put them or anything like that. I think that's respectable. Both guys have the opportunity to jump a tier. They're going to get 50-50 percentage as far as usage goes and everything like that. So
I guess they'd be in my tier 4.
That's fine, man. That's fine, but they gotta make a list. Those guys are not bad to where where they shouldn't be on lists.
My tier 4 it'll probably be super murky. It'd be probably the longest name of list because it's a lot of guys. Like,
I mean, depending on who you say, I'm pretty sure Scat and Tracy are probably the best guys in your tier 4, depending on what names you throw out there.
I think I like 2 and more, but I'm not gonna put him over them because I'm looking at it from the young running back in a like you're sharing the rock with somebody. This is your opportunity.
Like Tootin didn't make my list at all.
Up.
Right.
That next tier.
Right. Yeah, so like Tootin didn't make my list at all, but he's a guy who can easily jump. By next year, he could be a tier 2 guy, depending on how he performs this year. But I got nothing to go off of Tootin. Can he be the guy? He probably can be, but I need to see it first before I put him on any.
Jacksonville's looking like they're gonna feature him.
Yeah. No, it does. I don't think so. Who they got over there? Rodriguez, right?
It's him, Rodriguez, and LaQuint Allen.
Yeah, LaQuint Allen didn't prove anything. Rodriguez proved that he can read an NFL playbook and he can play the position well, but he's he's nothing to write home about neither. So
I feel like he's a threat.
Right, he's no threat.
He's going to get touches, but he's not going to.
Yeah, he might vulture a touchdown here and there, but
we'll curse him out a few times. He'll piss you off.
But even so, I think Tootin will be the feature back, the undoubted feature back in Jacksonville. So does he make the most of his opportunities? We'll find out.
I was gonna say maybe a Tyler Algier in that group, but I don't know. That's a murky situation.
I didn't include any Arizona running back on this list because there's
I don't know what they do.
It's a model. You got James Conner still there.
James Conner's still there, even though he's old. But when James Conner is healthy, he's old reliable when he's healthy.
It's gross.
Tyler Algier's getting paid almost $13 million, and then they go out and draft Jordan Love. So it's what do you do with that backfield?
Can have a good year who's not in my tiers, and it's absolutely disgusting. Aaron Jones.
Him, Jordan Mason didn't make my list.
You're gonna be able to draft him in the 12th round. You're gonna overlook him.
He might not get drafted in some leagues.
He may not get picked up at all. But week 1, when you're actually watching the Vikings, you're gonna say to yourself, "Wow, Aaron Jones has 2 touchdowns."
You know who Aaron Jones is gonna be? The guy that Matthew goes and spends $60 on after week 1. That'll be
the bids on Aaron Jones.
It would be Fab Guy.
The September bids on Aaron Jones are gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's older, so the older guys are gonna come out to a hot start. Right. You got your energy. I'm sorry, no offense to Jordan Mason, but he ain't even a threat to Aaron Jones.
Right.
That ship has sailed. I was on the wave of Jordan Mason a couple years ago when CMC went down.
Yes, you were.
Jordan Mason was going to be the second coming. And that it never happened.
Yeah. I was on it too, though, man. I thought Mason was definitely going to be the guy, but that Minnesota system is not the San Francisco system. That's what it looks like to me. Honestly.
You can't beat out Aaron Jones, and Kyler Murray might not even be able to beat out 9.
Come on,
nobody out there can beat out anybody.
I don't think that's going to be the case, man.
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case.
That is gross.
Kyler Murray should win the job. Let's clarify by saying that.
No, he better win that job.
I have to see what they're this team was awful and went 9-8.
The only frustrating part about 9 winning that job would be Justin Jefferson. I don't care about how many wins or losses the Vikings have. Justin Jefferson is going to be the most frustrating part of 9 being the starter.
He's one of those people in the first round that I'm least excited to pay that premium price for. I don't want to pay a first-round pick for you when I don't even know your situation.
A lot of us paid first-round price for Malik Neighbors, and he tore an ACL.
Yeah, he fucked me over. I hated it.
I
lived that. I did it.
I'd rather pay the pick 11 price for Justin Jefferson and him just end up being wide receiver 17 on the year than pay for Malik Neighbors who ends up tearing his ACL. And I don't know which wide receiver was going to do that this year, which one gets hurt again. And we don't wish for injuries, but It happens. It happens every year. And there's going to be a first-round guy, maybe that back-end second-round guy who you're taking over Jefferson, and you probably shouldn't have.
Jefferson's a safer pick to me than Neighbors. However, I cannot take Justin Jefferson if I still see Amon-Ra St. Brown on the board.
No. Yes. No.
There's no way I could do
there's
that.
definitely guys I'm taking over Jefferson if they're there, for sure. Yeah. But, again, like I've been doing mocks and sick picks, and I got the 11th pick. When I look at some of the people available, like, are you taking Drake London over Jefferson? Probably not.
That's a fair question because they're kind of like that's a good comparison. That's probably better than the St. Brown Jefferson comparison.
Who was it? Devon A-Chain. Are you taking Devon A-Chain over Justin Jefferson? You might. Okay. All right. I respect it.
Because I know that quarterback is going to get you the ball. I don't even know.
It's because he's the only option there too, though. You know what I'm saying? So
he's not dealing with a Jordan Addison.
Yeah. I respect it.
Like, it's just that's a hard one.
I'm not, but when you say it out loud like that, when you're asking a person like I am to you, like, are you taking that person or this person over Justin Jefferson? 9 times out of 10, you're probably not taking that person over JJ.
London's situation better.
I don't.
Either quarterback.
No.
Whether it's Tua or Penix.
No, JJ is too nice of a receiver, bro.
Like, Tua, Penix, Kyler Murray, and 9. Which one's the best?
Okay, so now when we're breaking down that, when you ask me like that, I might take the Tua Penix.
It's dirty.
Combo.
It's dirty, bro. It's a dirty group of people, but you gotta pick.
I'm still taking JJ.
Tua's gonna start, and Tua's gonna keep the job all year. That's my bold prediction.
That would suck for me in deal away, but whatever.
Sorry to tell you.
Did you go Jefferson over Lamb?
Prediction.
Who?
Jefferson over Lamb?
No, I take Lamb over JJ.
Yeah. As long as
would you take Pickens over Jefferson?
Nah, I wouldn't.
No, but you know what? They're in my mind at this point, that's fair. That's more fair.
It is fair.
I'd have to think. Like, I'd have to think if I'm at the board and it's like, this is my shot to get George Pickens because CeeDee Lamb's off the board, or do I just say, screw it, let me go,
What if you're number 12?
I think I'm taking JJ.
Yeah, JJ and Lamb both there.
You see everybody
taking both.
Back to back.
I'm taking both.
AJ Brown or Justin Jefferson?
JJ. Yeah, I'm taking JJ. Even though AJ Brown's situation is a whole lot better.
Mike, you'll pick AJ Brown this year now.
Jefferson is about to be a clip.
I will. And you know what else I'm going to do this year? And I don't know if I'll do it in one of the leagues we're in, but I'm drafting Devontae Smith this year.
Yes. You know who's a sneaky wide receiver?
I was going to save that little tidbit for next week, but since we're on the subject, I'm drafting Devontae Smith.
I kind of like Dontavian Wicks as a number 2 guy.
Fuck that guy. Fuck the rest of the Eagles.
I'm saying
Devontae Smith is the only Eagle I'm willing to take a chance on
in the 16th, 17th round, which he should be there.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I guess he's not
There's
a bad.
There's going to be a lot of upside there. Who's he got to worry for the number 2 spot? Oh, Makai Lemon. That's it.
Yeah.
Lemon. But Lemon's like 5'9".
You guys are so in love with Stowers, and Goddard is still there.
Whoa! Stowers isn't ready yet. I have him, but he's not ready yet. It's Goddard's show.
He'll have one big game, and you're like, yeah.
The good thing is, he won't cost you as much.
Now next year,
it's like you're either.
If you see the production from Stowers going up, and I'm not saying like up where he's like going crazy, but if you start to see he gets involved, then like this is it for Goddard, and next year Stowers is the man for the Eagles. I'm not saying the man for fantasy, but
at the tight end position, you're either paying the premium for the top guys,
if Goddard gets hurt, which is a possibility.
Yeah. He's older.
Stowers stock will go up because it's either a deep pass or a drop off to the tight end.
Right.
Stowers is in a good place right now.
Yes, he is.
You're either overpaying for Bowers, McBride, or Loveland, or you're going to reach for Tyler Warren or Laporta because they're the next ones off the board.
When you can probably get a
plethora of the Chickakongos and all those guys.
You wait
until the 15th round.
Yeah, you get Goddard in the 11th or 12th round, and then 17, 16, 17, 18, you pick Stowers.
You might get Goddard in the 16th round. Nobody's excited to draft him.
He was tight end. He was a top 10 tight end production wise.
Yeah, but it's not easy, it's not hard to be a top 10 tight end either.
Mark Andrews could be a top 10 tight end this year.
Exactly my point.
But I'm just saying.
And I'd take Andrews before I'd take Goddard if I had to pick between them. These are some disgusting choices that we're going to have to be like making
again,
live
man,
on the fly.
So this year at the tight end position, I do feel like. So in years past, it's like if you don't get one of the big three, then you still can find a productive. You can still find a productive tight end, right? This year, I think there is a solid 7, maybe even 10 tight ends that you probably don't want to miss out on. Like you just said, reaching for Warren and something. Like, what would you consider reaching for Warren?
You got to do it in the 4th or 5th round
because you see the other guys gone already.
You do it then because you can't guarantee that he's going to come back around to you in the 6th, especially depending on where you're at on the board.
McBride's probably in a 12-man league. McBride could probably possibly get picked 11, 12.
Yes.
In picks 11 or 12.
I can see that happen. Which is a major reach.
Fantasy Pros has him ranked 20th, 21st.
So second round,
back end of the second round.
Somebody at the back end of the second round might just take Bowers.
Like, only because they know he's not
one or
come
two.
Back.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Like the last 2 picks of the second round may just take them there because then you still got another pick to go grab whoever's not there.
I do consider something like that a reach, but at the same time, as a fantasy person, as an owner, like if you're gonna take.
Kyle Pitts is going to get picked high this year, and you're going to get the usual Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
And consistency.
I would draft Bowers in the 1st round. That's what I was going to say. Anybody, I know we clowned Matt for it last year, but anybody who would take Bowers in the 1st round, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, like, you have the advantage at the position.
So would you take Bowers over Justin Jefferson?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Easily.
I wouldn't.
Easily.
I wouldn't.
And I would never worry about the tight end position the rest of the year. I would sleep beautifully.
Because I wouldn't, because you could probably still get a guy like Colston Loveland.
Yeah.
A guy like
people are going to be taking Loveland. They're gonna mess around and go and take Loveland in some drafts because they're enamored by him. They're shitting on McBride for Loveland.
Yeah.
McBride's done nothing wrong.
Dude, it's McBride.
It's just the love of Colston Loveland right now.
No, I agree. I'm hearing so much Loveland talk.
I mean, Tucker Crafty with the ACL, I would take him.
This is them knowing all the target competition that he has to deal with on that team. Bowers has no target competition.
Right.
McBride has a little bit more, but he's clearly the better option out of those other guys.
He's the number 1. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Right.
Year 3 for Marvin Harrison Jr., man. Could be the turn-up year for him.
I can't even name Bowers.
He's going to be as good as his dad.
That's what I'm hoping he can reach to his dad's level.
Who?
I don't.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's too inconsistent, bro. It's 2 years now.
We're waiting.
It took Devontae Adams 3 years to figure it out. And granted, Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't have Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball, or doesn't have Aaron Rodgers.
He needs to eliminate some of the ifs with him. Like every year, there's more ifs with Harrison, when it shouldn't be. Like if he could get on the field. If this,
bro, it's
I just like the kid's talent. I love watching him play college football.
I know we're talking about receivers while we're on the topic. I was on my YouTube and I was going through stuff. And
he's a tough one.
Somebody from Fantasy Pros was like the downfall of BTJ. I was like, oh my gosh! I was like, it's
another year 3 guy.
Another year 3 guy.
I'll take BTJ over Harrison.
I would too.
Knowing everything I know,
bro.
I would too.
They're both even.
Knowing everything I know,
they are kind of both even.
But if I'm on the board, I'm going with BTJ over Marvin Harrison right now.
BTJ's getting drafted.
You know what?
Because I've seen BTJ do it, even if it was just once.
BTJ's going in like 11.
Yes.
12.
And Harrison's going like in the 5th and 6th round. So I definitely take BTJ.
Crazy.
Harrison, especially considering like where he's being drafted.
See, I would take Tyler Warren in that spot over Marvin Harrison.
Yes, me too.
If I
so that's why I said, like you said, 4th, 5th round, or even 6th round would be a little bit of a reach for a Loveland and Warren. But again, when we're comparing Warren to Marvin Harrison, who's definitely going in those rounds too as a wide receiver, I don't think it's so much of a reach.
That's more of a reach.
It is
Harrison in that spot than a Tyler Warren. I just think that you're not going to regret getting a Tyler Warren, and you're going to feel even better about it when you look at the numbers that he's going to put up compared to the numbers of the should we call them the higher class, the 3, the top 3, and then there's the rest of the world of the tight end position. Like Warren is, I think, going to play himself into that position because, I'm sorry, but Alec Pierce ain't that guy.
No.
Okay, he's paid like he's that guy, but he ain't that guy.
Right. They're going to regret that contract.
Tyler Warren is a more sure route runner, I feel like when it comes down to it, Alec Pierce is good at one thing: speed. And you can
Josh Downs. So you got two type of the same wide receiver.
You can nullify
just one's taller than
like,
the other.
Right.
I think a defense is gonna focus in more on a Tyler Warren than they would at Alec Pierce. A top cornerback can remove an Alec Pierce from the equation.
The number one thing is teams are gonna go play to stop JT. So JT's not getting the ball rolling. That means
Tyler Warren's the immediate benefactor of JT. And if JT gets rolling, that's even better for Tyler Warren.
When JT gets rolling, Warren gets open. Pierce is getting his deep bombs. Downs is coming across with his out routes and all that. I just think tight ends are going to get picked high, and it's going to be crazy.
And that might be a drawback.
You can sit back and be like, you know what? I'm just going to wait. Like, I'm not trying to show my bias. I think Pat Freiermuth is primed for a good year. Not a great year, but I think you could see Pat Freiermuth go back to his 700-800 yards and like 7-8 touchdowns. Yeah. And you know what? If you pick him in the 16th round or 15th round, like that's good tight end production to get. There's going to be guys. I would rather do that than pick, like you just said, Tyler Warren in the 4th round when Omarion Hampton's probably sitting there. Quinshon Judkins is still sitting there.
Hampton's getting picked in the 2nd round.
I don't know if I would take Warren in the 4th, but if he's there in the 5th, I'm not
there in the 5th and 6th.
I'm not
depending on what the board looks like. I think I'm taking
because I know there's a drop off after him, and that's where it could get scary.
I'm okay with that.
On a week-to-week basis,
as long as my other positions are solidified, I'm all right with plugging and playing tight end.
But you brought up a good point with Tyler Warren.
It's just like streamlining defense.
Like Tyler Warren might be a little bit more dependent on his running back being successful for him to be successful, or maybe not. But it's just the fact that the other guys, the top guys, Loveland's not really dependent on the run game. Bowers and McBride are not dependent on the run game.
Loveland is going to get a lot of targets because DJ Moore is gone. Teams are going to be focusing on Odunze, which should open up Luther Burden to do some things, but it's also going to open up the middle of the field for Loveland. So if Caleb Williams takes another step forward in his 3rd season, he should be able to be getting the ball out to Loveland.
We still don't know what we're getting from Roma Dunze this year.
I think
we still
he's wide receiver 1, bro. I think he's good. I think he's going to be an 1,200 yard receiver.
We'll see, man. That stress fracture.
What helps him is the fact that tight end Loveland and Luther showed what he could do too.
I think we got to kind of put that tag on Rome while he's on the field, because that's what we.
I have no problem picking Rome in the 8th round or like 7th, 8th round. He might. I seen some mocks him going earlier.
I think it's because of the fact that people just like that offense, and
the only thing that scares me is that Caleb's on the cover of Madden.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it just means he's going to throw more picks, because I'm fine with my wide receivers getting 10 catches and 100 yards. That's still 20 damn points.
I'm more of a Luther Burden guy than a Roma Dunze guy. But
hey, dynasty-wise, you were big on him.
Either way, it's an offense that you want pieces of, whether it's Loveland, whether it's Caleb, whether it's a Dunze. Hell, we didn't mention them tonight in the running backs, but don't be surprised if DeAndre Swift goes out there and puts up numbers in a year.
DeAndre Swift put up numbers last year.
He's going to be overlooked by everybody's going to Manungai this, Manungai that. Swift is still
That's
there.
what everybody keeps talking about Kyle Manungai, but I wouldn't be so too
he's not going to be their RB1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be putting all my eggs in a basket on that.
Week 1, Bears game, you're going to see DeAndre Swift 15 touches, Manungai with 4. Don't be shocked.
Yeah, and don't be mad.
Shocked. Now with Manungai,
it was a staple in this house on Sundays, November on.
Manungai song.
Manunga.
Because there's times where he can do something special when he gets the ball in his hands. That's the thing. What can he do?
And he really started picking up steam in that Eagles Black Friday game where him and Swift ran for over 100 yards apiece.
So yeah, when they can get them both going.
Anytime touchdown bet won that day.
When they can get both those guys going, it's a long day for the other team because the Bears do want to run the ball regardless of all the flashy.
Bro, I was so hyped. I'm watching. I had Swift in the one league and he's just running. I'm like, yeah.
I had him. I got to the semis in the league that I had him in. So
What about the debate between Ramondre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson? Fantasy pros, yep, I'm gonna talk about it on this podcast. How Ramondre finished at RB22 and Stevenson finished at 25. And everybody says maybe you should be picking, they're talking about picking more shares of Stevenson than Henderson.
Mike Vrabel was the former head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
He likes the bet.
I already know how he thinks. I already know what he wants to do. And people are going to hate it, but Ramondre Stevenson fits the mold of the type of football that Mike Vrabel wants to play. And until Travion Henderson,
both of those running backs are in my tier 4.
and I'm not saying it's fair, but until he can break through the threshold of that and get past that, he is going to be where he is, and Ramondre Stevenson ain't going anywhere. So, and it's going to put a cap on Travion Henderson and going to stop a lot of people from putting him in the same conversation or tier as a Quinshon Judkins or an Amarion Hampton, because they don't have to deal with a Ramondre Stevenson.
I'm trying to pull his stats up.
Like, Ramondre's going into he's 28 now, 29, and he's still going to be a big focal point of the Patriots offense and the type of offense
he fumbled like crazy, and he still didn't give up on him.
That's Think about that. About the fumbles. You ain't getting benched for it's just the type of build that Mike Vrabel likes.
He didn't bench him for all the fumbles, and he still gave him all the touches. That tells you everything you needed to know. For Ramondre Stevenson.
You dealt with it. You lived it. You experienced it firsthand each and every single week. Mike Vrabel just likes a certain type of player, and Stevenson is more of that player than Henderson is.
Stevenson, that it's that kind of player.
I saw it. I lived it.
Listen, let me tell you something about Travion Henderson, and I'm going to bring it back before his rookie year, before last year.
And we're talking about what kind of prevents him from getting into that tier of the Hampton and the Judkins. Is this situation?
A part of it is himself. I do think he has shown flashes of where like he's not reading the right holes to hit, or
he wants to bounce everything to the outside.
He wants to bounce everything instead of running in between the tackles and stuff like that. So I do see part of that, right? I do see a part of that. But he's a lot quicker than Ramondre.
Yeah,
I think he's shown flashes of him can be, I don't want to say tougher than Ramondre, because Ramondre is considered the big back between the two, but I think Henderson could be that guy, and I'm hoping that he put in some work in the weight room this summer so he can be that alpha guy in the backfield. But what upset me so much with him, last year I had Chase Brown and I gave up on him.
Let's make a trade live. Nobody's making a trade with you. You can't trade.
I had Chase Brown last year, dropped him week 3. He wasn't doing nothing for me.
That was 2 years ago on All the Money Sports.
Excuse me, 2 years ago.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
it got me I didn't win, but I got to the title game.
So I dropped him, right? It was his first year going in to be a starter, and he wasn't doing nothing 3 weeks in. So I'm like, you know what?
I need the bench spot. Why did Mikey do this?
I just wasn't seeing it. I wasn't seeing it.
That was when Moss broke his hand. When this guy was chatting up Zach Moss, saying he was going to be the one.
Exactly.
Zach Moss was actually playing okay.
And I told y'all Chase Brown.
So what do? I draft Travion Henderson the following year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give up on this guy. I'm not dropping him like I did Trace Brown. So what did I do? I waited 8 weeks. 8 weeks for Henderson to show up. And all I hear is Elon in my ear. Vrabel lost Stevenson. Vrabel lost Stevenson. Look at Stevenson go. Look at Stevenson go. So what do? I dropped Henderson week 8. And this man proceeds to put up a 52-point game that I couldn't partake in sick picks. Thankfully, I was able to partake in it in DOA, but that barely helped me over there. So
that was an absolutely insane outlier of a game for Henderson. Like it showed you what he can do.
But after that, I mean, he was averaging almost 20 points a game after that. It was like the guy was putting up numbers.
Took him 2 months.
Yeah. Just took him 2 months. That's all.
To see the light of day. So, and when he finally did,
I don't know who that guy is going to be again, because I feel like it's going to happen again to me this year.
Same thing. Do you want to play that waiting game with him?
At this point, I think you have to. He's a bona fide bench spot. He's somebody you don't give up on.
Trying to get to-
You can't give up on that kid. I think he's
still
proved
too
that.
early to give up on him.
Yeah, I think you can't give up on that kid.
And my next question, I don't know how you would feel about it, but let's say there's a world where the Patriots, where Ramondre Stevenson is not there. Do you think there'd still be somebody there you have to contend with? Like,
Who the
like-
hell else is
like-
there?
no, I'm just saying, like, if Stevenson wasn't there, like, do you feel like Travion Henderson is always going to be one
You know
of those
what's
guys
crazy
where
about the
there's
Travion
always going to be
Henderson?
somebody else
Yeah,
like, next to him?
Yeah, probably.
It's never just going to be him.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy
especially
about Travion Henderson, though? When you really look at it, he had 2 big games. After that, his average yardage was 65 yards.
yeah, but he gave you most of that in one play. If he was averaging 65 yards, he probably had 40-yard and 50-yard plays.
Most of those weeks
Nah.
he's killing you in fantasy. Though.
Listen,
Yeah.
so
Like most of those weeks
Because
he's
he's-
not
he's-
getting you shit. Like,
So the Tampa Bay game, he went for 147 rushing yards for 14 touches. 69 was his bonus, 2 touchdowns. Following week against the Jets, 62 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Next 2 weeks, 66 rushing yards, 67 rushing yards, no touchdowns. Buffalo, that's that Sunday. I remember that game. I went to Pittsburgh that weekend. 148 rushing yards. He had 2 touchdowns, and both of them were big gainers. Next week, 3 rushing yards. Following week, 82 rushing yards, no touchdowns. He ended the season with 53 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So a lot of his yardage. So what was he RB2 after that? Like take those 2 big games out. He was pedestrian.
yeah, I mean,
Well, so from week 9 on, he had an RB15 game, RB4, RB3, RB3, RB10. So he had 5 games where he was inside 15. 3 of the other games were inside the top 30. They were 20
And when we
games.
look, and let's look at the schedule too.
And that's off a half
Vegas-
a season workload.
Vegas, Miami, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Buffalo, Saints, Titans, Cleveland, Atlanta, Tampa, the Jets, Bengals, Giants, Buffalo, Baltimore, Jets, Miami. That was last year's schedule.
Okay.
That's who they played
But
last.
he's still splitting too with Stevenson. You know, that's you're looking at those yards and saying he doesn't have much, but he's also splitting workload.
and Stevenson
It's-
stays
he's-
relatively healthy too.
Yeah, no,
It's
he
not
does.
so-
and again, like Elon says, he's a
So
Vrabel
this-
guy. Vrabel loves Stevenson. So,
Yeah,
so as long as Stevenson's there, you're gonna constantly see numbers like that from Trayvon Henderson.
And now with you add in the equation that now they might have more of a passing attack with legitimate wide receivers.
Yeah.
How does that
it
impact?
could open up the running game for both of them.
But how does that impact Henderson specifically, who already has to share with Stevenson, but now he has to share with AJ Brown.
Right.
He has to share with Romeo Dobbs.
Right.
You know,
It's going to
We'll
be
see.
interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I love Henderson, man. I think the talent is completely there.
he showed what he
just-
could do.
Yeah. He's just, he's got to deal with.
He's in a
Stevenson.
place where, like he just if
He's
he was
just gotta
somewhere
deal
else,
with that.
we wouldn't be having this
Yeah,
conversation.
he's just something he got to deal with, bro. That's
You
it.
know,
That's
like-
all it is. That's all it is. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for me, who's a Henderson truther.
There's certain organizations where he could have broken out by now from that
Yeah,
already
yeah.
because there's not a Stevenson there, but he's somewhere where it's cold frame.
Where was he drafted at?
last year?
Yeah, like where did
He went high in a lot of spots last year. People,
No, not in fantasy, like real life. Like when did the Patriots take him?
It was in the second round. He was a high second round pick.
I would like, because like you said, anywhere else he'd flourish, right? Or even would have gotten a bigger opportunity
a
to
lot of
shine.
places he'd have that.
I would love to see him like on Arizona. Like imagine if Arizona were to take him last year. Like he would thrive over there. They don't need Jordan Love. They don't need a Tyler Algier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's-
Arizona would have been all his for the taking.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe Minnesota. Imagine Minnesota.
Maybe he would be he'd be the one to get Arizona to stop hoarding all these running backs and just stop playing that game.
Right.
You know, like maybe he could potentially have been that for them. Minnesota. What if Aaron Jones isn't, in his
Yeah.
way? It's like, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the thing of like what we don't know what it could be with him yet. Like his story is still being written. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he takes over that backfield this year, but maybe we see a little bit more of a spark from him earlier in the season than having to wait until November for a guy that is what Henderson's going. What his ADP is what round 6.
I was saying 6, 5 or 6,
like,
maybe even later, 6 or
still
7.
pretty high. People were drafting him over Stevenson.
Yeah. I've seen people actually trying to go after him and be their RB2 in some cases, which I wouldn't recommend doing that only because it's so unpredictable. Like, it's
people
super
tried that
volatile.
last year.
Yeah,
Very
no,
volatile.
I did. I tried it. It did not work out.
It's good as a flex, but it's just crazy to think to yourself that Stevenson is going 3 or 4 rounds after Henderson.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's one of those situations where I think if you're going to draft one guy, you kind of have to draft the other guy just to like prepare yourself.
Just to feel good about it.
Yeah. Like, again, if you draft Scatterboo this year, I think you gotta have to draft Tracy. Like, you just have to have both guys in your team.
And you just got to be confident in whatever you decide to do Sunday morning.
Yes. Do not second guess. You know,
It's
when
like,
you go
who do I
after both
start?
running backs on certain teams like that, just go with your gut, man. Wake up Sunday morning and go with your gut because that is going to kill you.
There's the injury insurance aspect of drafting both running backs from the same backfield. And then there's the, okay, now who do I play? Like,
right.
You know, like. And that's the part that gets you raging at 3 p.m. on Sunday when they're at the goal line.
Don't be surprised. I know I won't be surprised. And I even told this to Alex at work that you might see me some weeks start Scat and Tracy at the same time. Oof. I might do it. And I think they're both capable of putting up 15, 20-point games.
That's impressive. That's ballsy.
I think they both can rush for 1,000 yards this year. Yes.
Very ballsy.
The Giants having them. I mean, listen, I'm not comparing Scatterboo to Brandon Jacobs because he's obviously a lot smaller and probably not as strong as him. But
not as durable.
Yeah, definitely not as durable. Definitely not. At least not in the beginning so far. But I think they have a little thunder and lightning going. Little thunder and lightning. They're trying to recapture it, and I could see it in these two guys.
We'll see. We'll see. Next month we could probably
Giants new NFC East champs.
We could
we heard it, guys. We heard it.
Probably see like what are some of the strongest 1-2 punches as far as the running back backfields go as we get closer to the season. There's still so much that still has to unfold, and they have to get through training camp. And it's like, I'm just watching from a distance, just observing, just seeing who is gonna make it to the end of August when it's time for me to actually start drafting for real. For real. First draft is August 23rd. That's the earliest I'm drafting.
Yeah, that's the first draft for me.
So we're talking about the back end of the preseason.
Good hit, Matt.
Cuts being made. Absolutely, Matt's on freaking fire right now.
The Prince of Parlay.
He is on freaking fire right now, and I absolutely love to see it. Good shit, Matt. He's freaking killing it right now.
He hit another parlay.
Yep.
He hit a
bonus for $90.
Yeah, he's using his bonus bets the right way.
Nice.
Because he's no longer on FanDuel.
They can't take
he's
him
on DraftKings.
Bro,
eating.
Yeah, twice.
They really screwed him. That round robin, he should have gotten paid.
Yeah, I agree.
What was their excuse for that?
I don't know. They're a little funny. Yeah, I don't know. They're a little funny.
A lot of people complain about FanDuel too, bro.
Yeah.
I've never had no issues with DraftKings or Bet365.
Bet365 and BetMGM are pretty good platforms. I like that.
Never tried either one. Might give them a shot.
I'm going to try Fanatics this year.
Where I won my big money in 2021, I was using PointsBet, which is now Fanatics.
I'm going to try them out.
Anything, but
I wonder what their intro is if we get anything free.
They used to offer a bunch of stuff.
Everybody used to offer free.
Yeah, and now everybody's like sports betting so much where like they're like, screw it, people are going to sign up regardless now, so there's no point in offering.
They still offer bonuses for like referrals and shit like that.
Yeah, every once in a while I see them.
Yeah.
But
sounds right. That's about it for the night, boys.
Yeah, I thought the tiers were good, man. I thought the tiers were good.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting conversation because the running back position is back, so it's just a fun conversation to have right now, and it's a refreshing conversation to have.
I like Oscar had like some big names in his tier 3s, but like at the same time, like I get why he did it. It was respectable. He had like real good feedback to back up why he did it and everything like that. So Yeah, I get it, man.
We've gotten good
I
at
get
adjusting our tiers over the years.
Yeah,
And also,
I'm not. I
wide
definitely this year I didn't want to
receiver's
be
gonna
so
be interesting
biased.
next week,
Yeah, it
'cause-
definitely is because those
Yeah.
guys are going to be in tier 3, tier 4. They
And-
probably
and-
should
and-
be up there, but
wide receivers have been breaking our hearts for 3 years straight.
yes, exactly.
And now we're looking back at the running backs for some stability in our lives because we
Do you put
faded
Justin
them.
Jefferson in tier 1 still?
fringe.
Yeah.
For like a 1B.
You got a week to figure it out.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
a
know.
fringe.
You don't got to answer today.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll probably have a few more tiers with the wide receivers because there's so many names that I'm gonna want to get in there,
Right.
and like the explanation and the reasoning behind everything. And like we were doing earlier with like London or Jefferson, it's like I'm gonna be asking myself that question with a lot of the names where it's like I'm putting you in your tier based on that fair comparison of like this is who I think your equal is.
Yeah.
It may not be universally popular what I'm saying, but it's just like I like thinking about the entire situation.
You may not like it.
Questionable QB, all that stuff just comes into play, man.
Yeah, agreed. I agree.
Neighbors.
Can't wait.
I can't rank Neighbors because I don't know if he's going to play this
Shadow
year.
realm, that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
It's just a little
he's
scary.
gonna be a Shadow Realm guy for sure. And it might be
I've been
between-
looking at my crystal ball for the Lizards, and it's like,
He's gonna be ready for training camp.
luckily, I still got some really good options left.
Yeah. He actually might find himself in the Shadow Realm between 2 and 3. Only because I'm so scared of this injury. Honestly,
as you should be.
he's a tier 1 guy for sure. Like talent wise, it's tier 1.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this year is just iffy, man.
It's very iffy.
But tune in next week.
Yeah, we're
For wide
cruising.
receivers, tight ends, we got you.
We're cruising through July.
Yep.
Pretty soon we're gonna be breaking down the divisions and having some of these same types of conversations, but comparing the teams overall, making our picks, predictions, Super Bowl picks and predictions. Thanks to each and every one of you, whether you're tuning in for 20 minutes or 20 seconds. We
Yeah,
appreciate the
it.
time that you
Yep.
take on Wednesday nights, knowing what we're doing Wednesday nights here, talking sports, knowing you could be doing anything else. You take the time out of your day to, pull us up and watch us, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook,
100%.
whatever. Very much appreciated. Very excited for what's coming in the next couple of months because this is the time of year where everything gets revved up to a new intensity level, feelings ball galore. You know what I mean? Like, Sunday morning sick picks going down. Just a lot of good stuff happening around this time of year. And it's just good to have everybody involved. Good to have everybody in the forum getting involved and hoping that you guys continue to be involved in the conversations on a week-to-week basis. And also with drafts coming up these next couple of weeks or a month from now, whatever, just post your boards in the forum. Have that discussion. We want to see who went over who. We want to hear what the explanation was if you have it. What was the psychology behind that? Like, we are starving for football talk. Like, so, put it out there. Don't be afraid. I know people do stupid things in every draft. Don't be ashamed of your board. Unless it's some outlandish crazy shit and you're playing in a grandma league or something, then it's like it is what it is. But
yeah, I don't want to hear nothing from your standard your standard scoring leagues.
Yeah, no.
That means nothing to me.
yeah, like if you're in a fun league, you know what I mean, where you actually have fun, you actually take chances, you take risks, you win a little bit of money. There's a prize. You know what I mean? Like show your boards. Can't wait to post this one. This is gonna be a fun board. That late on Friday night when that draft is over.
Whatever, dog.
You're in an 8-man league? Yeah, look at it closer, doofus.
It's not your typical 8-man.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the elite 8.
there's no offense, but there's certain members of that 8-man league that have yet to sniff the playoffs because at the top it's competitive, bro.
No,
You're either
but
a
throw
good
it out
team or you're
there.
not.
Do you want 5 teams in the playoffs? Number 1 gets a bye? It's something to throw out there.
I kind of like the college Final Four type feel we got with the top 4, because it kind of
I'm
makes
winning
that
all
4
my
seed.
leagues. Bro, you got lucky.
You won 10% of the leagues you're in, maybe, right? Like 20%.
I don't
How
know.
many leagues is he in?
I don't know. I got too many of my own leagues to worry about Matt's leagues. I can't.
He's probably in less leagues than I'm in.
So on that note,
And a lot of the leagues that I'm in, he's in, and I've only seen.
That's
him win
our
one.
cue, my man. That is our cue.
we are done for the week, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you for tuning in.
Same time, same place.